Cthulhu's Prodigy coming to you live and direct from the stack. This is episode 11. Smoke me out, fam. I got on my left your boy Blue.
Goodbye, everybody.
On the far right, the one and only Kronos.
You're gonna wake up the other bitches.
Oh, on my immediate motherfucker, that was good. On my immediate motherfucking right, the oldest ninja in the goddamn motherfucking world.
L'aubergine.
What the fuck?
Eggplant in Francais.
Oh yeah,
this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Coming to us remotely, all the way from the South, Louisiana. That is Bon Temps. We got your boy Stitch.
I'm just a humble motherfucker with a big ass dick.
Oh, god damn.
No, he
And
didn't.
for the first time ever, we have an interview with a lovely lady. The one and only Val Complex off of Twitter. Val, what's up, girl? Mic check 1 2.
I'm sorry, let me turn up the volume for a minute.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, I'm turning up the volume because my ears got blown out earlier.
That truth, though.
That truth, though. Okay, we got to get into this interview with Val, but before we do, I got a dank-ass motherfucking story for your ass. Here we go. So, have y'all ever nutted into a semen cup?
What the fuck?
What the? Have y'all ever done this? I did this shit, I swear to motherfucking God, this morning.
I know why you did it. But
I had to do it before.
Because I had the snip done, which is the vasectomy, not the fucking neutering, which is a totally different thing.
No, use neutered, nigga.
Whatever. But holy shit, so this is my very first time nutting into a cold plastic container.
I had to do that shit. That shit is fuck. It's the weirdest shit ever.
It's weird as fuck. So did you warm yours up and then put your nut slushy in?
Wait, you can warm it up?
Yeah, dude. I actually put some like warm milk inside and then dried it out with like a napkin and shit, so that it would at least feel warm. Because I can't nut in cold things anymore.
So, dead girl stuff. That was
dead girl.
Dead girl stuff.
Necrophilia.
So you need to explain why the hell are you nutting in a cold ass cup?
Because I had the vasectomy, and so in order to test if my nuts are sperm free, they got to send them to the lab.
Oh, so you had to test it, no seeds.
Oh, Ninja, he just explained that.
Yeah, damn.
No, I was.
You speak it.
Damn, this
I wanted him to explain it clearly for our listeners. That's
whatever
why.
the fuck. So I can still spray Skittles. Is all I'm saying.
No, there's no. It's not the
Except
same.
they're sugar free.
Yeah, unleaded. I need them seeds.
But be sure
You
to
need
buy
them seeds.
Yeah.
Literally squirming in my seat right now.
But be sure to buy that dick pic calendar.
Oh,
$19.99.
It's not the same. It's leaded. It's not unleaded.
The hardest part about the jizzing in the cup is not having like any kind of lubrication.
Yeah.
Like, it's been since I was like a kid, so I not had lube.
That sounds fucking awful.
Yeah,
It was bad.
Yeah, you have to dry rub it.
Yeah, my question is, why did you not use a receptacle, like, you know, a pocket pussy or something, and then transfer
You can.
your essence?
I didn't have my turkey baster to take it from the fleshlight into the container.
Yeah, you just pour that bad bitch out.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
This is the best way to have a guest that we really don't know in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
Sorry about that.
Real fucking dank.
Wait, he did say it was dank as fuck.
Yeah,
that's
it was dank. It was dank. So sorry about that, Val, but and everybody else listening. But goddamn,
You ain't
that is
sorry. Don't try to
fuck,
lie.
Fuck they sorry. Fuck their eardrums. Val, what's up? We gonna get into goddamn anime. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your geek credentials and what you all about, fam? Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Okay, well, I can't jizz in a cup, so I'm not
Well, technically, the ladies can.
We'll
Highly
get-
debated.
Yeah. Still.
Well, I have, I don't know, I've been like an anime watcher for a long time, but it wasn't until 2 years ago that I started to write and that my writing became popular, and then I, got connected with all of these different organizations and people and companies, and now, I'm connected to Viz Media and
Nice. Cool.
all these other places where I get to see anime and I get to write about it, and go to cons for free, and I have a good time.
Tell us a little bit about that writing, though.
Yeah, I moved from the West Coast. I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast just to try it out, and it was bumpy, but everything seems to be going well, and the writing has been going exceptionally well. So, in fact, my next appearance will be at D23. That's where I'll be covering the Disney Expo.
Oh yeah, Disney 23
event.
Nice.
And
Where's that at?
it's in Anaheim.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, give us a date so people can check it out.
I will be there from the 14th to the 16th. So
Of August.
I'll be making an announcement on my Twitter, which is at ValerieComplex, just one word. So if anybody sees me there, they can wave hi, stop, stop.
Black
me
and
or
black
whatever.
And we will, of course, retweet.
So yeah, that's about it.
Wait. So you say you write. What exactly do you write?
Well, my focus over the last 2 years has been, on,
Popcorn?
Pop culture?
months I've really been
Pop that
focusing
coochie?
on reviewing Japanese animation and manga, reading and sort of reviewing it, writing about it, going to events. I went to the Dragon Ball Z Resurrection movie premiere
Oh yeah, that
back on July 1st
Yeah.
when I was at the Anime Expo. So, just lots of, I don't know, I'm just kind of chilling and enjoying what's going on.
What got you into anime? Like, was there you just always had an interest in it? Or?
I think I had seen Akira on the Sci-Fi Channel. When it was called Sci-Fi, when it was
On the
really
Sci-Fi
Sci-Fi.
Channel.
And when I really didn't care for Akira, but I wanted to see more. So
Whoa,
I knew this guy.
Hold on,
I'm probably dating myself right now, but when Laserdisc were famous in pop culture, someone gave me a Laserdisc to a series called Vampire Princess Miyu.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
And from there is where sort of like my love for anime started. I think I was about 10 or 11 years old.
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
I know
And,
Akira was my gateway
27
to
years
anime.
later, I'm still an anime watcher and avid manga reader.
Wait, so you didn't like Akira? Like, did you watch it as an adult again?
Yeah. And I still didn't really care for it.
Okay, all right.
okay.
Not good, bro. It's one of my favorites. So
See, I think in her defense, like, when she saw it, it probably was edited if it was on Sci-Fi, because there's some pretty graphic stuff on there. Not too graphic like now, but I'm pretty sure they probably edited so it wasn't as great back then as it.
That's
it
true.
is
So
if
you know
you've
what's
seen
funny?
it.
I actually saw that movie in the theaters. I was in Singapore.
Oh wow!
And they re-released it in theaters. So I watched it way back in the day too on VHS, but I got to see it in movie theater. It's fucking cool.
I think it's one of the classics, but it's not everyone's cup
No,
of
no,
tea.
yeah.
I will say this though, Val. So, what are your absolute favorite animes of all time? If we can get that short list.
I got a top 5 list
Okay,
that I'm gonna try to remember for you. So in no particular order, it's Princess Mononoke, Perfect Blue,
Nice again.
Okay.
Dominion Tank Police.
Well, I remember that one. Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank, but it's gonna come to me. Don't worry.
What was it about? You could probably tell
Let's see, favorite. I got 2 more favorites, and I know that there's some that I can watch like all the time. Howl's Moving Castle
That's a good one.
is one of my other favorites.
Okay, I got you.
And Blood the Last Vampire.
Oh, that's very
yeah.
well. But have you seen that Blood Sea though?
Oh man, that
Yeah, I mean that's crappy, but I mean there's a whole series that comes before that that's a lot better.
Yeah. I've seen the one that came before. The only reason why I brought up Blood Sea is because it's like one of the most violent.
I think it was Blood Plus or whatever. I think that was the one that came before this Blood C that came out.
Yeah, I think there was a Blood Plus. Yeah.
I remember I watched Blood Plus and Blood Last Vampire, and then Blood C. That shit was crazy though.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, someone posted like a clip.
Yeah, I posted up earlier.
Was that you?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Like all the blood scenes. Then I went on YouTube. It's on YouTube right now. If you wanted to check it out, Blood C. It's
I think it's just they just try to go for gore.
Yeah.
You know, it's really gory.
When it wasn't being stupid, it was being just funny and I don't know. It just they could have done so much better. It seemed like a lot of fan service and not actually, trying to tell a story like like Blood Plus or whatever. So
I have a question. Where do you get because you say you write, I guess, anime type storylines, if I heard correctly. Like, where do you get your inspiration, or what inspires you, or where do you get these ideas to create stories? Like, where do you draw your inspiration from?
To be honest, I don't have an answer. It just kind of comes to me, and I'm like, I think people will be interested in hearing about that. And I never know if I'm right or not. I think I've had a lot more hits than pretty good.
So
recently.
So I appreciate your list because it actually helps explain to me what type of anime fan you are, and that's awesome.
They're great ones.
And there's no bad anime fan. You know what I mean? I prefer fan service, but we all know that.
Well, but Blood C was a little different though. Like when I say fan service, like a great fan service anime would be like High School of the Dead.
Oh yeah,
that's all fan service, but it was a great anime.
True. But again, there's no bad way to watch anime. You know what I mean? As long as you're a fan of it. Yeah. I want to get back into some of the things that you write about, because we talked offline or on Twitter a little bit about some of the topics or articles that you're writing, and they seem fascinating from a blerd anime fan perspective. So could you speak on that a little bit more, Miss Val?
Well, one of the more popular articles written is called 4 Reasons Why Hollywood Fails the Anime Manga Genre.
That's
pretty much what I did in that article is I broke down the reasons why these live action adaptations kind of suck.
American adaptations.
No, not kind of. They all suck.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Well, the American ones suck, and, for real.
The reasons are pretty simple because, they aren't marketed well, the casting sucks, the story sucks. Like everything that you need to put together a decent production is level. And so in this particular article,
did you bring up the Dragon Ball Z movie? Because that was bad.
Over 3,000 people have read it because it's something like 2,000 words or something. It's like a 8-page paper if you put it in Word. But I pretty much break down the reasons, why these movies don't do well, and while they'll continue to do badly, in theaters and stuff like that. So that's one of the more popular topics I talk about. I usually try to make a connection between Hollywood and how anime, sort of influences Hollywood in different ways, and the ideas that they tend to copy from the Japanese and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I
think that's pretty much what my articles center around.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a real American director that's really an anime fan. They might have. I think they're doing it just because it's popular.
Yeah,
and so they make the movies, but they don't actually watch them. It's like it's really clear when you watch like Dragon Ball Z that Blue was talking about,
Evolution,
and the last Airbender. They even got a fucking name wrong. That wasn't even anime, and they fucked it up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it was American anime or animation.
Yeah, but it still is like anime style. They still messed it up because they're not true fans of the art form.
Well, is M. Night Shyamalan Daniel?
Actually, the people that did Avatar are Korean. Korean.
Okay.
Yeah. So my thing, I think the thing about Hollywood and anime as well as video game movies is that they don't respect the medium. Yeah. All they want is just to get those people that are watching or playing and to get them into theater and just get revenue. And I'm like, I feel as if they don't go to the writers and the creators. They may get maybe a couple of them, but they don't get everyone involved, and it just becomes this big conglomerate of just stuff just put together, and they just slap the name on it and make the colors the same as the character's uniform or something like that, and then they just try to ride it out. And I really don't think Hollywood, the producers in particular, really take the time to like go and research. Yeah, do the research and actually try to make a faithful transition. And like the only ones that I see is what the work about. So you have directors like Guillermo del Toro, who is a fan. You can tell because of the product that he puts out. Like he takes his love of certain things like Star Wars and anime, and he makes films that have those high influences in his film.
Well, I appreciate that.
In the case of Guillermo del Toro, like he did, I think he had the right idea when he made Pacific Rim. He didn't go out and make, you know, a Neo Genesis, you know, Evangelion film, or, you know, and call it that. He went and took some ideas and made his own thing, as opposed to taking something and completely changing the story. Like, for example, they've been trying to do like a live action Akira film for the last 15 years.
Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio.
And the original plot that they had was like, it's supposed to be like New Manhattan, and then they got a couple of white dudes. One white dude, his name is Kaneda or whatever, and it's like, you think I'm supposed to believe that? I don't think that's. But you know, with the way that these adaptations are set up, they truly believe that, you know, this is the type of stuff that the audience wants to see. They really believe that. They really believe that you want to see some scrawny high school white kid playing Goku. That's what you want to see.
I like this girl.
Yeah. Can I just really quickly say, though, I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. And at the same time, I want to just take a step back and also acknowledge that it's hard to do any type of live-action adaptation from any cartoon.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there, because the Japanese...
Japanese do
it well, because have you seen the live-action version of Death Note?
I did. I
loved it.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Yeah, I mean, that hurt my
feelings.
I
didn't care for it. I didn't really care for it either, so...
So, you know, there's actually...
But I don't know what it is. It's like when the Japanese do it, I don't know, because like I saw the live-action Parasite movie, and it was actually okay. It was actually pretty good.
Parasite was a great anime.
I don't know. I feel like
to see that one.
When they do it here, they take all the elements.
Could you repeat that last part?
Yeah,
Val? I think you broke up. You broke up on that one. One more time.
Turn it into something completely different. That's important out of the story, and they call it the same name, something completely different, like something you don't recognize.
Yeah, well, I think
I think that's where the problem is. But you're right. Any animation is hard to adapt. But then again, some stories are pretty simple. Like if you had something like Dominion Tank Police, which is pretty much about cops chasing bad guys, it's pretty easy. But they would screw that up too.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the reason why they screwed up is because they try to Americanize it, and they're missing the part that a lot of what makes America great is that we it's a melting pot, right?
Yep.
So you can tell a story from another culture, but it's okay because it's America. I mean, people will fucking get it.
Yeah.
But they don't. They try to make it way too Americanized, which usually is making it way too white. I hate using that fucking term, but that's usually how it is. Yep. They use the totally wrong like ethnicities of the people, and I mean, and sometimes that's okay. But when you make it to where it's like nothing like the culture that it came from, they fuck it up pretty bad. And I think that's where they first get it out. They don't pay any service to the culture that it came from.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball Evolution was definitely on that fucking list of using the wrong kind of like they didn't follow the culture at all. Like Goku was white and his grandfather was Asian, and the whole storyline was just bullshit.
Yeah.
I was just going to quickly say, I think we'd all like to see anime even become bigger in the States. I mean, I would like to see some more true live anime come into theaters and be on TV, like, you know, not the reruns from 2 years ago, but more anime actually come into mainstream Western culture, because it's so amazing when it's done right, and we all love it. But it's still a niche market right now, and it's still not quite mainstream, even though it's gotten bigger and bigger over the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty paranoid about this Robotech live-action adaptation.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
For me, Robotech is what I kind of grew up on.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's been changing around. Like, Tobey Maguire's been attached, and now I think Garrett Hedlund might be involved, because he was originally supposed to be in the American version of Akira. And I think from the Hollywood standpoint, they want that, I guess, that connection that they want, this white American versus a Asian American or even an Asian person playing the main character. It's like they are afraid that they won't be able to get people into the theater to see this actor that they may not know, or they feel is not a box office draw.
Yep.
So they decide, we're going to have to blonde dye. I mean, if you can see this recently with all the hacks from Sony and other studios where they see these emails saying this person has to be white, blue-eyed, they have to be straight, they have to be this, and they have to be that. And I think it's really this fear that they're not going to make their money back based on, these properties. So I think they're not really thinking about if you do this the way the fans are hoping and expecting, then you will get your money back. And maybe then some. But then when you change it up, people are like, no, I'm not interested in seeing your
watered down version.
Your watered down, funky mix up, rainbow colored whatever version of this. I want to see what I had loved when I was reading it or watching it, and I want to see, this live action done the right way.
And then also, if you go to any, anime convention, most of the people there are fucking adults.
Yeah.
So if you can cater to them, they're going to bring their kids, they're going to tell their friends, and their friends are going to tell their friends. So, word of mouth is always the best type of advertising. Yep. The show is for Black and Black times infinity.
Yeah. But, so Val, first of all, right now, you said you mentioned you go to a lot of anime cons and whatnot, so I'm going to put you on the fucking spot. What is your goddamn favorite anime con right now? Dun dun dun.
A con.
Well, I really liked the Anime Expo. I've never been around that many people in one spot, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot to do, and to meet a lot of different people and some of my favorite cosplayers and take some pictures, and so far it's my favorite. I've been to for E3 in San Diego, which I plan on going. Those are but we'll see what happens at SAC Anime, because I'm going to be going there.
Good.
I was gonna say that Anime X down in Anaheim is actually one of my favorites too, because when I think of San Diego Comic-Con, I think it's a massive giant, so you don't get to see everything that's going on. Plus, you have movies and games happening. But Anime Expo is pretty much strictly mainly anime. So any anime movies that are coming out, it's all focused on that. And I think I have to agree with her that Anime Expo is probably one of the best.
I agree as well. This is Cthulhu's Prodigy, but I want to also say, if you haven't gone already, another huge one in May in San Jose is Fanime. And shout out to Fanime.
Oh, I missed that one. I missed Fanime. I missed that one.
When you do come through, especially with us being local, let us know, and we'll definitely be there. And I got to give a shout out as well. The Art of the Con with Project Mayhem and everything, and I'm a part of that as well. We go there and take pics at every single one of these cons. So from SAC Animated.
Oh, they're all dick pics, though.
Yeah, they're all dick pics.
All eggplants.
Yeah. But all of them, Anime Expo, Fanime, etc. So, we definitely going to do some connecting and whatnot. Any other questions?
Apparently, Anime Expo has almost the same, if not more, attendance than San Diego Comic-Con.
Negative.
They're saying it's supposed to hit there.
It's not San Diego.
They're saying it's getting there. They said it's pretty close.
It's not even close.
Yeah, it's comparable to WonderCon.
No, it's not.
WonderCon. I've been there.
Yeah. Well, I know I've been to Anime Expo since they kind of started, and before they were really small, and they've blown a lot more and more.
Go ahead, Val.
At the Anime Expo, I received a press release, and they said that the Anime Expo had something like 93,000 people in attendance.
Yeah,
which is
that's pretty huge.
Yeah. So what you're really saying, Val, is old ninja, you full of shit.
I'm reading off the report. I'm actually looking for the report.
If I didn't get the press release, then I would just keep my mouth shut, because they said that it broke records, because last year they had something like 84,000, and the number sort of doubled. And now, they had 10 Ds, and next year they're expecting like 110. So, because this year was really one Anime Expo to remember. It was really the one to remember, it was really a lot. They're going to double the amount of people that go. But for San Diego Comic-Con, I think it was people or something way out there, something crazy like that.
The whole
it's nothing.
Well,
the whole city and most of the county is.
I was going to say,
Go ahead.
I see she's already. Everyone seems to bash Old Ninja every week, so she's already fit in with the rest of the group pretty well.
Yeah.
Even when I'm
busting your balls.
Thank you. I feel honored.
Even when I'm not here, too.
Damn.
No, so I used to live in San Diego, Escondido, and San Diego, like the actual city, and even 10 years ago, actually more than 10 years ago, it was still fucking huge. Like you couldn't get a hotel room anywhere in the city anywhere, and even most of the county you couldn't find a hotel room.
Yeah, true.
When they have Comic-Con, so. All right.
So I was going to say, Val, I want to, first of all, again, shout you out on Twitter. This was super fun to have you on here with us. Do you have anything that you are working on now that you want to promote, etc.?
Well, there's one thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and I'm just going to go through it real quick.
Sure.
Because I know I've talked with, I've talked about it at length, probably on my Twitter page. But when I go to these conventions, I have a big problem with, because I feel like there's a community, not a community, the black cosplay.
Oh, you're breaking up. Hold on.
Sorry.
These cons, and
she's talking about how the black cosplay community is sort of feeling like sort of not represented in the way that she would like them to be.
Okay.
Oh.
just my opinion is just different things that I read and I see on the internet. But I noticed all the with all the photographers that go there and all the pictures that I see, rarely do you see you'll see a couple of brown faces, a couple of Latinos or whatever, but you see a lot of whites and Asians, and rarely do you see black people. Now, there's this misconception that either, the costumes are bad, or I've heard people say black people look stupid in cosplay, that we shouldn't be doing certain characters or whatever. But that's a lot of bull, and I'm so sick of seeing that at these conventions. And I'm, one of the things I'm trying to do is make changes at these different conventions that I go to by highlighting the black cosplayers and taking photographs and highlighting them and interviewing them and things like that, because they're really feeling the isolation, and I've even felt it, and I haven't even been in cosplay.
So it's actually pretty funny.
I feel you on that. That's deep.
Yeah, so it's actually ironic that you brought that up, because literally I think it wasn't even 10 minutes ago. No, I'm sorry, it was 30 minutes ago. A friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, shared on my Facebook page a Vice story about what black anime fans can teach us about race in America, and they're all cosplayers. I haven't read or even read the story. I haven't read or watched the story yet, but it's just kind of funny that you brought it up. And I just literally, I was just looking at it as you were talking. So I couldn't agree more. It's one of those things to where if you're a cosplayer, it shouldn't matter what race you are, ethnicity, anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, you're playing dress up, and anybody can fucking play dress up. Yep. So if you want to dress however the fuck you want, just like on Halloween,
yeah,
you can do whatever the fuck you want. So why not for cosplayers too? So
I know,
I agree.
with anime, there's not that many African American characters out there, but sorry, but a lot of black people are getting into the anime, so you'll see more and more people start dressing that role. So I would say just give it time, and I probably in a few years and so everything will probably be cool.
Well, another problem is. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say really quickly, because y'all ain't being strong enough on this shit. Fuck anybody on some bullshit talking about, you can't cosplay this or that character.
You can't be Sailor Moon.
Fuck them all. Eat a dick. Die slowly. Because the real deal is, you can cosplay anybody you fucking want to. It doesn't matter what the fuck size you are, what color you are, etc. And Val's talking about some real stuff. I think we're all in agreement here.
Hell yeah.
I'm somebody who goes to a lot.
I agree.
I go to a lot of fucking cons, and you're right. There aren't a whole lot of black cosplayers, but shout out to the ones who do.
But there's not a whole lot of black people at cons either, though. That's another problem.
There's not. That's true as well. But the ones who are doing it, you do need to take some pictures if they're doing it right. And anybody who's doing cosplay right or wrong or just starting out, take those pics like we do with the Art of the Con with Mayhem and everything. Take pics, promote, show love, because it actually takes a whole lot of cojones to show up in costume.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a lot of people who put a lot of work in for those costumes.
Hours.
So fuck them haters talking shit about anybody in cosplay. I can't stand them. I don't have any love whatsoever. I'll go off on them. I'll go to war. Fuck them all.
In the butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely. Just to add on to that, I mean, I do love when I see pictures from when you throw up stuff from Art of the Con, just like some girls or guys that are bigger than normal that are dressed up as like Captain America or Spider-Man. It's like good for them and everything. And I would love to do that. I have no artistic or creative skills at all, so it's like I sort of feel for the people that like kind of get hated on, because I know if I were to make my own first costume, it's not going to come out as fly looking, and I might not make one again if like I posted pictures and everything and I was getting clowned on Instagram or the internet or some shit like that. So I think it's really good for like people in our community love anime and love comic type stuff to just support people for like coming out there and putting in effort and stuff like that, because I think it's really great.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm working on trying to figure out how I can help, be a part of the change I feel needs to happen. So I've been doing some brainstorming, and hopefully I can come up with something that, that brings people of color, brings everybody together in the cosplay community, and how we can help each other to sort of make change, make things better for everybody, as opposed to making people feel isolated and unloved, and with the discrimination that goes with it. It's not just about black cosplayers. There's a bunch of discrimination that goes along with it. So that's what I wanted to sort of bring up and just sort of put out there.
No, this
I was going to say, if you come across people that cosplay and everything like that across your Twitter feed and everything, definitely tweet it at us, and we'll retweet it and try to get them the positive love from like our community that they deserve.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great way to bring it up is through conversation. I mean, us talking about it, putting the podcast out there, and tweeting about it. That's one of the best ways to shed light on it is to put the information out there. So, yeah, if you find better ways to do it, I mean, more power to you. But I think this is a great way to start.
Yeah,
so.
It definitely is.
Yeah. So we have a nice supportive family community.
Yeah, but plenty of dick pics.
Yes, sir.
Damn. He's just fucking around.
Sorry, Val. Go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
So the dick pics were long and strong.
No one cares.
All I was going to say is I can't thank you enough. I mean, for all our listeners, Val was someone who I met on Twitter basically because we were posting some bullshit ass meme, dank ass meme.
Wow. Get it correct, man.
Dank as fuck. But and then we started having a conversation just about anime, and to hear somebody who has a passion for anime, passion for cosplay, and a passion for writing is inspiring to me. And we just appreciate all that you're doing, and we want to promote and show as much love and respect as possible.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to build a sort of reputation for myself, because I feel like I'm the only black female out there that's trying to do this. And I've been approached by people, and they tell me that it's very rare. And I'm like, I'm not a dinosaur. Yeah. I'm a human being who just likes anime. That's it. But
nothing wrong with that.
I guess if I can make something out of this, that would be great. Starting along with some fucking money.
Shit, that's where we plan to be. Get some sponsors up in here.
You won't get any sponsors on this show.
No.
We're way too dank.
We're still waiting for President Obama.
I have your support.
Definitely do.
Right
you
now.
got Black and Black right here.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much, and we are going to do some fucking segueing, but we'll.
So you can hang on and like listen to his bullshit. or you can drop. So it's up to you.
Yeah, it's completely up to you, Val.
I gotta go because it's getting late. But
no worries.
I just want to say, anybody wants to check me out on Twitter, go to at ValerieComplex, all one word, on Twitter, and that's where I frequent. That's where I get down and dirty and tell the truth about anime and other things.
All right.
Wait, before you go, I have a quick question.
And that is all.
Wait.
This is Blue.
Yes.
Where can they read your article about how Hollywood fucks up animation in their movies? Where can we read that at? Because I want to read it.
I will tweet it to. I'll tweet it to.
Tweet it to Blacker.
I will just
tweet it to us, and we'll
tweet it
post
to
it.
Black what?
Tweet it to Beef and BTI.
Yeah, well, she knows who we are.
Yeah, so tweet it to us, and we'll share it.
Yeah.
We'll post it on our Facebook and probably our Instagram.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, figure out
all of it.
I don't think you can post shit like that on Instagram, but
Well,
it's all good though.
You can take a picture of text.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
These motherfuckers.
But you can't click on the link though. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Well, you can paste it.
Anyway, thanks a lot, Val. We'll let you get some rest.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
So I will send that to you, and you guys have a good night and have a good stream.
All right, thank you.
And thanks for having me.
Thank you. Hope to see you back on here soon.
All right.
All right,
love.
will do.
Much
Take care, y'all.
Bye.
All right.
All
Here we go.
Oh no,
That was fun.
that was good.
fun.
That was good. That was good to hear from her perspective.
Yeah.
Little dang.
I think because of who we are, I think with our connections, we should be able to help her out and
Yeah.
Well, we know plenty of cosplayers.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So I think
I
this
know like
is,
two. That help out.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
I think we're about to help her out and get some connections, and then if you guys are out there listening, you want to help out, tweet at us, tweet at Valerie, and see where it goes from there.
Yeah, if you feel like you can be a guest on our show.
Yeah, exactly. And just in case nobody fucking knows, it's BTI on Twitter, and that's what the
And
fuck we are.
it's BTI on Facebook.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't forget about that
Yeah,
fucking
right.
shit.
All right.
All right.
So hold on.
I just tweeted out her name. It's Valerie Complex. In case you guys missed it, Valerie VALERIE Complex, and just show her some love and some support for everything she does.
Okay. Before we get to our official list, I want to give some shout outs. I'll give my first shout outs and then I want to get to a topic. So the first shout outs go to my jiu-jitsu guys. There's a few guys that listen. My man Robert, he's a blue belt. He's fucking badass. He's a Mexican dude. I love rolling with him. He's smaller than me, but it's still fun to roll with the dude. And,
He knew the fuck I was. He was like, he kept calling me Blue. I was like,
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, he was here for the Ronda Rousey fight. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
we get it.
All my jiu-jitsu guys are here, and then Tortuga. He'll know who I'm talking about when he listens.
Tortuga.
He's a brown belt. He's fucking badass.
You Brazilian?
No. He's it's not his real name.
Oh.
But he's a fucking. This dude used to weigh. I don't know, but he used to be fucking fat.
Yeah, fat
And
ass?
I actually watched this guy. So when I hurt my wrist, I was rolling one-handed, and I saw him when I came back after a month, and I saw this big fat. Well, he wasn't. He was fat. All right.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
a
a brown
fat
belt.
fuck.
Yeah, and he's a brown belt. He
Yeah.
knows. I'm not going to insult the guy, but he knew he was fat. And so I was like, this dude's a fucking brown belt? Because you usually don't see fat people doing jiu-jitsu for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I literally watched this guy drop from he must have been at least 250 easily.
Yeah.
Probably more than that. And now he's like 155. And this is within a
Damn.
matter of
Damn.
months.
Within a month?
No, matter of months. It was like maybe 3-4 months to drop that weight.
Yeah,
Damn, that's
so
less than me.
Yeah, so
can take
Tortuga,
him. No.
what's going on, man? And then my mother-in-law listened to this podcast,
shit, Linda.
which is fucking hilarious.
Oh. Oh, no,
Because-
wait, no, we gotta call her, what's her flower
It's
company
fucking
called?
Bee's Knees.
Bee's Knees.
Yeah.
There you go.
But she's cool as fuck.
Bee's Knees.
We let her know what purple eggplants are and shit like that.
Yeah.
She's educated on
she
this shit all the
never
time.
eats eggplant parmesan anymore.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
She's scared now. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, no.
And then the last one, which will segue into what we could talk about, is Blanca on Facebook hit us up asking us about if there's a purple eggplant for guys, what is there for women?
Oh, yes.
Shout out to Homegirl, because that was a fucking good ass
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And anybody wants to hit us up on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But here's the answer is, I guess, honey pot or peaches.
Yeah, I mean the
someone
honey
said-
pot works better because it's them
Someone
sugar
said
walls.
cherry. Yeah, someone said honey pot or cherry.
Well, cherry,
because
if she's a
like-
virgin.
Not every girl's got a cherry.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's that song by Warrant, "Cherry Pie," which is referencing that nah.
Warrant, really? Is that
Yeah.
fucking hairband or some shit?
Yes.
That's old
Taking
school.
it back.
Taking it back. Anytime I think of a I think I'm taking a virginity. So
Yeah,
like
right.
A peach sort of seems like more experience than a cherry.
Well, so with a female, they have multiple body parts. There's the ass.
We all do.
The
What
pussy.
I know, right?
I'm just fucking
All of a
with you,
sudden, we just a torso or what?
No, because a female, she's got 3 characteristics that would excite a guy. You got the ass, the titties, and the pussy.
We got a dick and 2 balls. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you want to hashtag nuts,
Hashtag nuts.
walnuts.
the icing, the cake, and the pie.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
but like a female, we got fucking pancakes. We got call it kitty cat. We got peaches. You can call it plums. Fucking
So we're gonna get this equal. Now it's gonna sound fucking gay. I wonder what gay dudes say about shit like that. Because I'm sure there's like party parts that we don't even fucking think about.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah, like the taint.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah. It's like,
Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure they just
Hashtag
said
Batwing.
They probably just do eggplants too.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, fuck all this.
Okay.
Weirdness. All right.
he got uncomfortable.
He got-
His asshole got all tight.
Yeah.
He really did clench up. He's like, oh, wait, no, we have to change subject before something happens.
Fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all on that bullshit. So, all
We're
right.
calling gay people.
I would say that's how I felt when you first started out with this dank story at the beginning. I was like, yeah, right.
Hey, my nuts going into a cup is awesome. That's dank as
No
fuck.
one gives a fuck.
All right, should we start off with Gods and Monsters? Are we doing that?
Yeah, we should do
Yeah,
that
for
because
sure.
now that we've all seen it yet, Stitch,
All right.
have you seen the Justice League Gods and Monsters yet?
Negative? Positive?
No, but I'm here for it.
Fuck your feelings.
All right, let's
Go
go talk about it.
ahead.
So that movie was fucking awesome.
Yes,
It's
it
up there
was.
with the Flashpoint for me. Really fucking good. It was good to see different. So Superman obviously wasn't. It was Superman, but it wasn't Clark.
No,
It was Zod's son.
It was Zod's and
His mom.
His
what's her
mom.
name? What's
Kara, I think
Kara,
it was
yeah, Kara.
Kara or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that was some dope ass shit when he was like, "Hey, look, he shot Superman's Kal-El's father in the arm."
He shot his finger off, didn't he?
Yeah,
he
he
chopped
shot-
his finger in the thing.
Yeah, he's like,
So, anybody else find it weird that, like, your nut comes out of your finger?
well, no, it was
DNA.
It was DNA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
it was
like,
DNA.
Non-scientific motherfucker.
Yeah,
He didn't explode with his
Yeah.
finger inside.
He
No.
was
And
like,
then,
I'm about to put it inside. And I can
but-
digitize the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But one thing, if you ever read DC's Elseworld, so there's a comic book called Elseworld where they have like different versions of like storylines, and one of the storylines is Superman, instead of landing in Smallville, he lands in Gotham, and the Waynes find him. So then Bruce never was born, but they find Clark or Kal-El, and they raise him up, and their parents end up dying. So Kal-El, Clark, become Batman.
Super bat.
Shit.
So imagine Batman with fucking Superman's powers, but with how that whole story goes, he runs into Lois Lane and she helps him become Superman.
Oh, shit.
Fucking up the whole storyline. But so when I was watching Gods and Monsters, it made me think of that because Superman, Zod's son, Superman. He starts off hella bad, but then he's like, "Oh, I should be good. Like, we should do some good shit."
Well,
So that made me feel that.
one of the things about that too is that when he landed on Earth, he was picked up by Mexican immigrants.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. So he has like a Mexican background and speaks Spanish and shit.
It's funny because they're literally like trying to cross the border when they
Yeah.
find him. They're like, "Oh, well, here's a kid. We're gonna cross the border too," and they just take off. I thought it was cool, but apparently, so this version of Superman is supposed to be Lor-Zod from Earth 13, which is apparently. In Earth 13, he's Christopher Kent. Mm-hmm. So this is supposed to be a version of that.
Oh, okay.
And then for the longest time, me and Prodigy were trying to figure out who the hell was Batman. Like I couldn't remember.
Kirk Lindstrom.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't know which character from the Batman
it's
lore that was.
Man-Bat.
Yeah, I
Man-Bat.
didn't know until I started playing Arkham Knight, and I'm like, oh,
I knew
that's
that. I knew that from the fucking
Yeah,
the
I
show.
thought about it on
That
podcast.
wasn't the thing that fucked me up, though. Watching it with you in San Diego, what fucked me up was I wanted to know where was Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
I kept looking that up
I was
too.
I was wondering what that was too.
But like I kind of thought they were going to start talking about it, like the scene where they're in the mansion and stuff like that. I was like, okay, they're going to show a party at the Bruce Wayne mansion. Bruce
Nope.
Wayne is just
He's
cutting it
not
up, but
even
nope.
mentioned. Nothing.
Bruce Wayne was not mentioned at all.
you know what?
Not at all.
Fuck him though.
Yeah,
They had a Batman. Fuck him.
I didn't miss him,
No, it was good.
but I want to know where he was.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I thought it was cool that Darkseid's daughter
Yeah.
was
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, that was one of the dangest
Oh, so-
stories.
The crazy thing about that is, she was part Amazon, right?
No,
No,
she was just
she's not in Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a
I
comic.
just thought it was crazy.
It was such a good movie all the way around, and I thought
there was violence, there was blood.
There was cursing.
Yeah, cursing.
Cursing. I liked how Benjamin Bratt was Superman. I was like, oh man.
So did you know that the guy who played Dexter was Batman?
So he was there. He was there at Comic Con. So after the movie, the panel came out. So he was there.
You know,
actually, no, he sent the video.
He sent a video in.
C. Thomas Howell was there, and he's the voice of who is he? I don't remember right now, but he was there.
One part I thought was really sad is when they they kind of introduced Cyborg in the storyline.
And
he fucking died, dude. As a kid, I was like, damn, this is all fucked up.
You know, they said, "Oh shit!" when he died. I was like,
he sure did.
His little kid too is hilarious.
Yeah, and really quickly though, that Cyborg comic,
it's great.
Yeah,
number one came out last week. Yeah. If you haven't picked it up, fuck your feelings. Go get that Cyborg comic. Yeah. That's going to be a good ass fucking series. There's no fucking doubt.
So I read the issue that Carlos let me borrow, and like only Cyborg I knew is Cyborg, like Teen Titan Cyborg. So when I saw him in the Justice League, I was like, what the fuck? Why is he sitting at the adult table? You need to go sit his ass down at the kid table. Yeah. But like after reading the comic book, I'm like, okay, Cyborg, I understand now.
Well, he's
grown as man.
He was the oldest one, and I think on the whole team, right?
Yeah, he was the oldest one.
Yeah, no, he's an awesome character. I'm loving the beginning with him, and it's a monthly, I believe.
I believe so. And the next one it came out today. Okay. So wait, no. Shit, I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, you're thinking of
There's something
the Gauntlet.
Yeah,
that came out today.
Infinity
Gauntlet.
Yeah, that came out today. Infinity Gauntlet. I don't check DC Comics as much as I do Image and Marvel because those are my main two.
Yeah.
DC after Convergence kind of fucked my shit up.
Yeah, no, I hear you. There's a good reason. But speaking of fucking Image, let me get into this really quickly.
All right, I got something I'll bring up too.
The Manhattan Project. I know most of y'all motherfuckers are tuning the fuck out and rolling your eyes like, oh, what the fuck is Prodigy talking about? I don't know what the Manhattan Project is.
We talked about it last fucking episode. Yeah. I talked about it anyway.
Yeah, no.
Like, y'all ain't this shit.
Chronos talked about it, and if you haven't picked it up, go pick that shit up, fam. Seriously.
Well, hold on. Pick it up, but the artwork could be off-putting. Get over that shit.
Yeah. It's a dank ass story, and literally is a dank ass story. And if you like anything with World War II history, with Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein,
and like von Buren,
and the Manhattan, like some of this shit is real shit from World War II that your ass should know from history. With the big war and shit. But it's all alien bullshit. It's all fucking interdimensional shit. And here's the thing.
Not at first. It's not.
Well, no, but it gets into it on the first
trade. So now you're spoiling shit.
Well, in the first trade paperback, there is interdimensional shit, and I love doppelgangers. You know,
Oppenheimer, that motherfucker. Holy shit! If y'all pick this shit up, Oppenheimer is the craziest motherfucker I've seen in any comic, and that. He beats Thanos for me as far as like being crazy.
Yeah, well,
he's crazy as fuck.
He literally is. What's the motherfucker from not Basic Instinct? The goddamn not Jeffrey Dahmer motherfucker from the '90s movie, the 8 motherfuckers.
About the Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs. Who's that motherfucker?
Oh yeah.
Hannibal
Lecter. Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
He has Hannibal motherfucking tendencies,
and he's even crazier than Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, he is.
And then once you read that second comic, the second trade, you gotta understand like what's going on in his head. She gets fucking crazy.
Read it, fam. It's a 9 out of 10, maybe even going to do a 10 out of 10 after I read that second trade.
Yeah.
Can't recommend it strong enough. Hickman is at it again.
Yeah.
Holy shit! If you don't know who Jonathan Hickman is, go fuck yourself. And read it.
And so I always bring up like what he wrote, and I totally didn't realize that he wrote also Secret Wars.
Yep.
So and the New Avengers, and he's my number one writer right now.
Yeah.
Whoa, damn. That dick service right there.
Yeah.
Well, I was
cupping the balls and everything.
Yeah.
Man, this is hard to follow because I was going to talk about a little bit of the DC universe. I want to go back there, but
there's all that boring shit. It's all good. I'm just fucking with you, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna grab a beer.
No, so I was checking out a local comic book in Fremont. So
where'd you go?
I went to Chris's Comic Books. It's off of there's another comic books place in Fremont.
Union City too.
All right.
It's
but
Union City Boulevard.
It's so I went there. I was just window shopping, looking to see what the fuck they had. And dude, like, he's like, "What kind of comic books you read?" I'm like, "Oh, I read like the Batman Eternal and the New 52 and the Injustice League." He's like, "Well, you should check out the Justice League 41 and 42, which is Darkseid's War." And basically, Darkseid's daughter has come to Earth to summon a god to kill, because it takes a god to kill a god. And so basically, Deathside's daughter is half Amazonian. So Darkseid slept with an Amazonian, so they had a daughter together.
He busted inside.
He busted inside them honeypots.
Oh,
deep inside. But this all seemed to take place after
inside the honey.
Gotta get that creamy going. But yeah, so the story is basically she summoned a god to fight Darkseid, who's coming back to Earth to fight off the Justice League because they defeated him before, and they are the only people who were able to beat Darkseid.
Damn.
So the whole storyline is fucking dark as fuck. But when she comes to Earth, she uses a boom tube, and Cyborg's in it, and he has a migraine every time a boom tube hit Earth, so he knows that something's coming.
What's this called again? One more time?
This is Justice League number 41.
Okay.
The Darkseid Wars.
Nice.
And it's going to be a series. But so far as I got, it's crazy as fuck. Because when she comes to Earth, when Darkseid's daughter comes to Earth, I can't think of her name right now, but she fucks up the Justice League. Like when she boom tubes in, she's hanging out like Batman and Batman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and some other people they're all hanging out, and she's like she boom tubes in, and she's like, I need to take out Batman first. Like that was her first fucking target. She had to take out Batman. Like she took out him. She fucking busted up the Green Lantern's ring. Like this chick fucked shit up and
wrecked shit.
Yeah, you definitely have to read it because she fucks up Wonder Woman too because she's Amazonian too, so she fucks her shit up. So
she's half Amazonian.
Yeah, she's half Amazonian, half. She's the daughter of Darkseid.
Extra.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely check that out. It's a really good fucking read.
Yeah, I was at a comic book store today. I was at shout out to Elusive Comics down in Santa Clara. I was there today. I've been going there for a while. Everyone's cool there. They actually have like a new spot where they do tabletop gaming across the street from their spot.
Nice.
Cool.
Which they used to do it in store, but they had like this huge wall of Funko Pops there, so it was just kind of strange to me. But yeah, they have like a bunch of stuff that this other comic book store I went to, Legends in Cupertino. Even though Elusive is a little smaller, I think they have a lot more comics that people are like really into. They always have like the most stuff. I almost got a box with them, but I haven't decided on which ones I'm gonna like really start reading. I'm gonna try to finish Star Wars Legacy because I never really did. And they're I don't want to say out of print, but they're doing like the trade paperback volumes now.
That's cool.
Get the trades. If you're an adult, get trades.
Yeah. The problem with that is I have almost all the issues in that trade except for like the last two because I didn't get to finish the story.
So there's if you just want like the last two, there's a website. I think it's called My Comic Shop. I'll look it up right now. But that's where I go to get like complete.
To complete a set?
Yeah. They ship a little slow, but you get what you want, like way easier.
All right, so are we getting into it? Because now we're still on comics, right?
Oh, man.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, so Prodigy has been having this fat hard on. So before we segue, I'm going to give a little preamble. So there's this argument between these two characters.
Oh, shit.
And Prodigy's had this fat hard on about who was going to win, and he's pretty dead set on this one character. Stitch, I think, is kind of on the fence. Everyone else on the Twitter world is kind of laid in on this, and here we go.
Okay, so the deal is this. There's only really two badass bounty hunters of note in the comic universe.
Okay.
Combined comic universe. Marvel and DC.
I'm going to say Boba Fett.
Nope. Fuck that motherfucker. I'm talking about Mr. Slade, goddamn motherfucking Deathstroke, the Terminator, out of DC.
You meant Slade Wilson?
Slade Wilson. Goddamn, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool.
Who's Wade Wilson?
Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson. I mean, you can also argue that Wolverine's been a very efficient bounty hunter in certain aspects, but he's not really an assassin. He's just goes through the front door.
And he would kill the fuck out of Deathstroke.
We will get into that.
There's no way he can win.
There's no way that Deathstroke can lose. We will get into this. We will get into this.
Oh shit.
So I'm gonna allow Stitch the courtesy because this motherfucker has been talking loud bullshit about how Deathstroke ain't the truth, the light, and the way.
Oh no.
So he's on Team Deadpool.
Oh, he is Team Deadpool. I thought he was neutral.
No, he's Team Deadpool all the motherfucking way.
Okay.
I'm Team Deathstroke. Blue is.
I'm Team Deadpool.
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 Oh shit. And
you on a lonely. Yeah.
Ooh, you fucked up with that. We'll go one more time.
I know the reason why. Why this?
I said you're on a lonely ass island right now.
Yeah.
What about
on the boat?
I'm on the fence about both of them.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right.
So I will explain my reasons when we get into it.
All right. Go ahead, Stitch. The floor is yours.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not that I'm shitting on Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, because he's a fucking dude. But if you compare him to Death, has no sense.
Wow, you're breaking up hard.
Hold on, man. Stop.
You're breaking up
real bad.
You're breaking up hard, man. Hold on.
He's still going.
Hold on.
So we're gonna try this one more time. Let's
watching Netflix downstairs.
Let's try this one more. Can you?
I hear you guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Give it one more shot. Go ahead.
Should we call him?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm not trying to shit on Deathstroke.
Hold on.
Because Deathstroke's a badass.
Elmore. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Stitch.
Say my name. Say my
Stitch.
name.
Stitch.
When nobody's around you.
Stitch.
You still with us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you on the actual telephone. Yeah, I'm gonna call you on the phone. Okay.
All right. So we'll do some bullshit while he has that.
Well, that means you have the phone. You have the floor.
Yeah. There. So I'm gonna say this. I mean, I respect the shit out of Deadpool. He's first and foremost funny as fuck.
Yes.
He's basically an undead goddamn zombie. You know. And he's just entertaining. He's much more popular. There's no doubt about it. But at the same time, when you want to get the goddamn job done, straight out the comics, I'm telling you, Slade got that assassin's mentality down. I mean, he's always getting the goddamn job done. Mm-hmm. Right now, in his annual that's out on shelves as we speak, this motherfucker Slade Wilson is killing gods.
What's up?
Killing gods.
How is that possible?
Well,
like who?
So I will tell you, he's killing Greek gods right now, motherfucker. And at the same time, he's going hard as fuck against Batman.
I'll bet you.
He always
going hard as fuck against Wonder Woman, holding his own. Going against Superman, holding his motherfucking own. And they fearing him. They know about that Slade Wilson.
Oh, still, we got to do a mic check.
All right, goddamn. Stitch, you with us? No,
I can kind of hear you.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, turn up your. Can you turn up your shit? Because I can't turn my shit up anymore.
Turn
it
up.
up.
Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we can.
So tell us why Deadpool is. Are we saying Deadpool is better, or are we saying he would win in a fight, or he's a better bounty hunter? What are you trying to prove?
Well, like I was saying before, I don't have anything against Slade Wilson at all. I mean, he's a beast, and he's obviously great at what the fuck he does. But comparing him against Deadpool is just it's a mismatch and everything. It's almost like when people, obviously Wolverine, as he always says, he's I'm the best at what I fucking do, blah blah blah. But when he faces somebody against like Magneto, then he's fucked or whatever. So essentially, Deadpool and Slade, from their base core, they're the same fucking guy. They're both whatever highly trained assassins, blah blah blah, knives, guns. They're highly accurate at what the fuck they do. Where you get into that, huh?
No,
keep going.
Continue.
Oh, I was saying when you get into the whole advantage thing for Deadpool is he has a regenerative factor. You cannot kill him, and I always go over this with you every time we get in these debates or whatever. You can't kill Deadpool or whatever. He can regenerate from a literally a pool of blood or a finger if he wanted to and everything. He can teleport. He's got this sort of magic satchel where he can just pull out fucking grenades and bazookas if he wanted to. So it's like, all right, if Slade cuts off Deadpool's arm, all right, it'll come back in 15 minutes. But if the inverse of that situation happens, fucking Slade's fucked and everything. And then also, I mean, you can say, oh well, Slade's beaten Batman, he's kicked Batman's ass, yada yada yada.
He's also lost to Batman times.
Yeah, that's
a different debate.
It's a new 52.
Slate 2 has a high healing factor too.
It's not that high though.
It's not as high.
Well, he needs to wait.
Well, but he basically with the new 52 Slade, he truly is a super soldier.
He is,
and he's genetically modified to heal. And on top of that, he has the Nth armor that is goddamn close to adamantium in terms of its protective powers all around it. Close.
But Deadpool has a sword that takes away healing factors.
That was going to be my fucking knife.
Yeah.
So you're saying it can genetically handle genetic modification?
Yes. If he stabs Wolverine with it, he won't heal.
I hear you. I hear where you're coming from. And at the same time, every time a hit is taken out and Deathstroke accepts the contract, including for quote-unquote unkillable men, which he's done time and time again, or badass bounty hunters like Lobo.
So what happened when somebody took a hit on Batman?
Yeah. Batman's still around.
Did he kill him?
There was no hit taken out on Batman in the latest one. Now, that's the God-honest truth. He came to Gotham, and they fought.
He lost to Robin.
Okay, so wait. What I'm saying is, if there's a hit out on somebody, Deathstroke gets the job done.
Unless it's Batman or Robin.
Was there a hit out on Robin? I don't think so.
Pretty sure there had to have been a hit out on Batman or Robin.
So,
Internet, please look it up and fix this shit.
Well,
there definitely was no hit out on Batman lately.
If you finish Arkham Knight, you would see that there was a hit on Batman
there was
in that game.
Batman, yeah.
That's in the game.
With Deathstroke and he loses.
Yes.
Well, that depends.
That's a game.
Hey, these are comics.
Yeah, the comic universe. I got it right here. I read it literally within
That's the
the last.
Vine.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Underneath it, read it a couple weeks ago. Again, respecting Deadpool's healing factor. There's no doubt it's damn near impossible to kill Deadpool. But at the same time, you can't discount the fact that there's a wacky aspect of Deadpool.
Well, but even with the Nth armor, Deathstroke still gets fucked up, bad.
He certainly does take a beating. There's no doubt about it. But everybody talks about Deadpool and his healing factor. The genetic modifications of basically the super soldier aspect of Deathstroke is a healing factor as well. Not as powerful.
Yeah, nowhere near as powerful. Yeah,
nowhere near as powerful. I wouldn't even say it's Wolverine Hulk powerful.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. But he's got this assassin's mind. This from a tactical standpoint, Deathstroke is a killing machine.
Well, this is another. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Deathstroke. He has that assassin mind, but fucking Deadpool has a fucking. He's just playing around.
Well, and he can He can also break reality.
Yeah.
Well,
Deadpool's
there's
just
some
insane.
magic shit with him. There's no doubt.
That's what I'm saying. He can break reality. So,
but my other thing with Deadpool is that the dude fucked Death, Lady Death. He fucked Death, so that's why he wins in my
with his cancer
opinion.
dick.
Yeah,
he did fuck Death.
He fucked Death,
and Death cheated on Thanos with his ass, which hurts my feelings to this day.
So Deadpool cheated with Death.
Yeah.
So therefore, he's better than.
No. A plus C doesn't equal donkey dick. Fuck that.
All right, well, hold on. Let's move on then.
All right.
Fuck it. We missed one of our fucking topics, which should have been our first one, so we'll just pass it over for now.
Ronda Rousey.
What you got?
No.
You want to talk about Ronda Rousey? We can.
Hell yeah, because we talk.
Fuck yeah.
That's good.
Ronda Rousey's a bad bitch. All right. Even though I said bitch, don't kill me. All right.
Oh.
She's a bad motherfucker.
That was a great fucking fight.
It's a great fight. People are
34 seconds to fight.
Yeah, and every time she wins, I hear people come out of the closet talking about how she has no competition. Blah blah blah. Like Stitch's fucking ass. It's fucking bullshit. I already brought up before. Sarah Kaufman and Misha Tate were both former champions. She's also beat a former Olympian as well.
Mm-hmm.
Beat her fast as fuck. She's a super athlete. She's probably a one in a lifetime style of athlete. I think she's better than right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's better than Mike Tyson. Right now she is.
So
wait. So you're saying her body of work is?
Her body of work is.
Oh, I'm about to say because
Tyson had 30-something plus knockouts.
So in his first 12 fights, how long did they last?
A lot of those were 1 minute first round knockouts.
Yeah, but these are less than a minute. Her total fight time in her career is barely over 25 minutes.
Yeah.
How many fights does she have?
12 fights.
29-0, isn't she?
No. She's 12-0.
12-0. I thought she was at 29.
Her past 4 fights have been like sub-minute.
Yeah, but I just don't want to compare boxing to MMA. That's my only problem with it. I mean, I hear you. I hear where you're coming from. There's a debate to be made there.
Oh, hold on. I think I dropped somebody.
Oh, you dropped Stitch? Yeah, there's only one person, you know.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
While he gets...
I was going to say, like, with her fights, like, this fight, because I've seen, like, maybe about 5 of Ronda Rousey's fights, and all of them been arm bars. Like, that's how she's got her... Well, except for the one before this last...
Well, she has 3 knockouts.
Yeah, but she knocked this bitch out. This chick was face down, ass up after she knocked her out. And it was awesome.
She's bad. She's incredible. There's no doubt about it. I take a pause when, you know, she's compared with some of the male all-time greats.
Like Tyson?
Just yet.
Thank you there.
But again, I put my
dumping back in.
Tyson in a different class because of its boxing.
Hear him that well. Like on the Google.
God damn.
We're having some technical difficulties.
What the fuck?
So I will say, like, Mike Tyson is there when she's training. Like, so
She's bad.
Yeah, but it's funny because, like, he has that look like, I'm gonna do something to you, girl. And like, she's like saying she wishes to fight him or something. Like, she'd like to go in the ring. And I'm just like,
50 years old.
She wants to fight Mayweather.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna work because like these are boxers versus an MMA fighter.
Well, it's not going to work because they'll never get in the ring together.
Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Well, there's been a few boxers.
True.
There's been a few boxers that tried to get into the MMA ring and get
horribly.
Yeah, they get fucked up.
It's a completely different sport. They're both fighting, but they're different sports. You know,
one is just focused on one discipline.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other one is multiple MMA. You know, multiple disciplines.
You hear me? What I got to give credit to where credit's due, she shut up every single fucking hater out there over and over and over again. 12-0 is still 12-0.
I like when she when she came out, people were fucking booing her like,
well, she was in Brazil.
Yeah, she was in Brazil, but after that, after her win, it was fucking quiet.
All right, so hold on, let's let Stitch's hating ass fucking say something.
Hating ass Stitch? You're on the ones.
Yo, what's up?
So what you got to say about Rousey now, mofo?
She's 12-0 in a division that's as deep as a kiddie pool.
Oh, see, I knew that was going to come. So that's the main thing about the critics. They're saying
let's be real for a second. Like, let's stop living in the moment or whatever. She's great at what she does, but is she she's not fucking Layla Ali.
Oh,
she's
she's better than Layla Ali.
How? Explain how.
She's beating women faster. Her division's better. She's beating people that are former champions.
It's boxing versus MMA, which is completely 2 different sports. So you can't.
Okay, so your own argument's invalid then?
Yeah,
is that what you're trying to say?
You brought that up.
Yeah.
One is what I think her record's 27-30-0, and we're throwing someone who's 11.
There were a bunch of
who's got 11,
12 fights, and Layla Ali's fights where most of them were bums.
Yeah,
Layla beat people like Mia St. John, who's Christy Martin was another one that ended up boxing for a long time. I have nothing against Rousey. It's just people are just so living in the moment right now. It's like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
look, the 2 best female fighters in that division, besides Ronda Rousey, are Miesha Tate and Sarah Kaufman, and they both got fucked.
What
up.
are
their? What? You're breaking up. God damn it! This episode's gonna fuck me up.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all.
What are their records?
Their records are Miesha Tate's only lost 3 times. 2 of them are to Ronda Rousey. One was to Kat Zingano. Sarah Kaufman I have to look up because I haven't. I think it's maybe 2 or 3 fights as well. But they were both former champions, and they were both legit, and they were both thought to be unbeatable until they met each other.
So as Kronos is looking that up. I will say, as Stitch has been saying, most of the proponents are saying the same thing. Ronda Rousey's like competition in her division, they're saying there's no one to challenge her. So they're saying until there's some fighters that are on her level, then she's going to continue to dominate. But they're like, no one's pitted anyone that says that they'll be able to take her down in her division.
No one said the same thing about Mike Tyson when he was coming up. Yeah. Nobody said anything like that.
Here's the deal.
Because she came out of fucking nowhere.
Ronda Rousey, along with Mike Tyson and every other fighter in the entire history of the world, doesn't control who they fight in terms of their level of greatness.
Yeah,
and Ronda Rousey wants to fight, man.
They don't have any way. Really quickly, they don't have any way of saying, "Hey, Miesha Tate or Buster Douglas or whoever the fuck they're fighting, get better, become an all-time legend." They don't control that bullshit. So to blame them for their competition is illogical.
I don't blame them.
Okay.
I don't. You can only beat who's in front of you, and she's beaten everyone in front of her. Mm-hmm. But let's not. This is a sport that is still in its infancy stages in terms of the grand scale of like other sports like tennis, women's basketball, and things of that nature. I'm not trying to shit on an MMA. I enjoy watching it. At times I like watching women's MMA more than I like the thing. But in terms of like putting her on that Mount Rushmore where it seems like everyone pump the brakes.
Well, I think one of the reasons why is because you don't train in any sort of fighting discipline. Like if you were trained in anything, then you would understand why a lot of people, including most fighters, pretty much all fighters, are amazed by what she does. I do jiu-jitsu, and the way that when she was first winning by just arm bars, her transitions and the way she's getting arm bars were fucking amazing. There's something of magic. There's something that even men can't do.
We're watching.
She's been training since what? She's been 9, 10. She's been training a lot
in judo. Yeah,
like she's taken the sport. No one has ever taken the sport. I give her that. Like I'm not trying to discredit her work or what she's put in or her results at all. I'm just saying that the other people are just not remotely close on the level where she's at to give a fair, accurate assessment of how great she is at what she does.
And I think part of that, I'll got to be honest with you, and I hate using this fucking word, but I think it's fucking sexism, because not one fucking person said that when Mike Tyson was coming up, when he was a fucking boy beating up men.
No one said anything like that. Boxing has been going on since whatever. I mean, Tyson beat Spanx. Tyson beat all these other people that he was knocking out in 40 seconds and everything. But when you look at it, because at the moment, I mean, obviously we grew up in the 80s, 90s, and stuff. So I remember when Tyson was killing people just the way Rousey was, and it was the best, most amazing thing ever. But when you look at it now, and when people back then were saying like, "Oh, he's going to be one of the greatest ever. He's the greatest ever." When you look back at it 20 years from now, you're like, "Really? He didn't beat Lewis. He didn't beat Holyfield. He lost to Douglas or whatever. He beat Buster Douglas eventually." But it's like once you take a step back from what you're living in right now, you see that like Tyson's great, but all time, like who did he beat that was comparable, like all time? Like no one who's in any sort of boxing Hall of Fame or even remotely in that discussion.
Well, so it's easy to say that now after the fact, but it's like in the day though, nobody said anything like that because he was beating up people that were still boxers and they were decent, accomplished boxers, and he fucked them all up. And nobody at all. There's a bunch of fucking fighters.
So really quickly, Tyson. Here's what Tyson was able to do. He had a short lifespan in terms of.
That's because if Cus D'Amato didn't die,
that's the thing. He lacked a lot of discipline once Cus D'Amato died. But as a teenager, he was doing incredible things and getting first round knockouts against grown men. There's no doubt about it. But I hate the comparison. They are two different things. They are two different sports. It's fine to talk about Layla Ali in comparison to Mike Tyson or whatever, but really you have to look at Ronda Rousey in terms of all of MMA, men and women, and you don't want to take for granted what she's done and accomplished. And I don't think anybody's per se hating on her at all, except for Stitch. But
No, she. Like I said before, you can rewind it about 45 seconds or 2 minutes ago. I said she's great at what she does. She is the best at what she does. My only question is the other people that she's beating. I don't blame her for it because, like I said, you can only beat the people that are in front of you.
But what I'm telling you though is because I've been a fan of women's MMA ever since I saw what the fuck's her name?
The sexy one?
I'm fucking
the
Gina Carano.
Oh my god!
Ever since I saw Gina Carano,
I just busted.
I was a fan of a female MMA fighting, and I knew about Ronda Rousey since her Tough Enough days.
Yeah.
So I've been a fan of her since she was a fucking amateur.
This is going to be an ongoing discussion. There's no doubt about it.
And we actually might have just lost some listeners because of that, because we were talking about some non-nerdy shit.
Yeah. Fucking
it was kind of nerdy.
Fuck their feelings if they.
Well, okay,
not
so
into
let's segue from Gina Carano into
Deadpool.
the Deadpool.
Yeah,
the
trailer.
We were just talking about Deadpool. Oh, the
Yeah,
trailer.
the trailer for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the trailer. We just talked about Deadpool, the character. But now I'm really glad that Ryan Reynolds came back and put on the suit to be Deadpool again, to be Wade Wilson again.
It looks like they're doing it right.
Oh fuck! I forgot my train of thought. I'm drunk, y'all.
Yeah.
So as long as
I'm glad that why are you drunk?
I am glad that the suit's not green.
Yeah, that's
like I say, and it's not animated.
Yeah.
No, it's a full on suit. I just like that he's got that humor back. Gina Carano's in it,
and
there's
showed that
actually
trailer.
There's actually a couple X-Men that they showed. They showed Colossus.
They showed Colossus.
So Colossus is in it, and then they showed another. I think it's Blink or something. There's another X-Men that's in it. So
I'm excited as fuck about this goddamn movie.
Yeah.
I wasn't before.
Yeah, no, the trailer has me fucking hyped about it. I believe, even though I don't trust anything outside of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, to be good, I believe that this one, just on the strength, if it truly is a rated R.
Oh yeah,
they were cussing in the
there's
two trailers, a Red Band trailer and then like an Everyone trailer.
If they truly bring it rated R, violence, a whole lot more cussing and shit, I'm all the way down with Deadpool.
I like how they break the fourth wall and how they make fun of the Wolverine movie. He's in the Wolverine movie, they had me all such and such, and he's like,
his mouth was stitched up.
That shit's funny.
He does that in the comics, so they wanted to bring that in. I say expect a cameo from Hugh Jackman. I'm pretty sure that he'll probably show up in it.
I'm fine with that.
I'd be cool. Actually, I'd be even more stoked about that. I'm actually kind of stoked. Like, there's different X-Men in this. Wade Wilson's back. I think Deadpool fans are going to come out in droves to come see this. It comes out in early, fall or spring, early spring,
sometime 2016. I don't know.
Who's he fighting?
I don't know. Who cares?
Everybody.
Yeah, he probably fights everybody. Who cares? It's Deadpool.
Just do a Deadpool kills the universe.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it. I really like the trailer. I like how I even though I don't trust Fox. I still like how it's going to be a nice R rating, and they obviously showed that at the trailer.
Yeah. There's two trailers: the Red Band and like an Eve or the Green trailer, the one for everyone. And as much as Stitches said not trusting Fox, I think that's a valid point because everyone went crazy with those apocalypse photos where he looks like Ivan Ooze.
That's some really bullshit.
Yeah, so I mean, them like Twitter just went off with them Ivan Ooze memes.
They have time to fix it.
They really do. I mean, then again,
they can just make it animation. The whole fucking.
What I'm thinking is that color that he's wearing may get changed in post production.
Well, it's not. It's the color. The character is
he does it. I mean, that too, but I guess we may have to wait and see.
He's supposed to be over 7 feet tall.
Yeah, he's supposed to be huge. He's supposed to have like that, like Bane type thing. So we'll see. That may not be his final form.
But that Olivia Munn, though.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
Hey,
no, hold on. Stop this fucking podcast. Old nigga rolled his goddamn motherfucking eyes and said, at Olivia motherfucking tasty snatch ass Munn.
I would rather go inside Morgan Webb. Because Olivia Munn is cool. I think she'd be cool to hang out with, but...
Cor, you know what?
Damn, dropping government names. You didn't.
Jessica Chobot would be.
God damn.
Jessica Chobot is.
She would be on your side about that. I watched her on Periscope, and somebody had asked her like, "Hey, how do you feel about Olivia Munn being Cyclops or whatever?"
Cyclops. And she's just like, Psylocke.
And she's like, "I don't care about that shit."
Yeah, she doesn't.
Like, so, fuck her couch.
Yeah.
Do you know how many nut slushes Prodigy would bust all inside?
Yeah, that's
Olivia Munn.
I mean, I think she's cool. You know, I think she's great. Like, you know, from G4, and I didn't watch the Newsroom because I know she's on that.
That was a great show.
And,
she showed her titties in Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I heard. Yeah.
How many dicks were on the way to those titties, though?
Yeah. Wait.
Actually, there was none.
So, Blue, I need to see that. I need to hear on record. Did you watch Magic Mike?
I did not watch Magic Mike.
You liar!
On record.
Yeah, we've actually talked about this.
Yeah.
I did not sleep with that woman.
No sexual.
Yeah, it's not my fault she didn't
Bill
wash her
Clinton,
dress.
yeah.
All right. We're gonna segue. Will and motherfucking Jada. So
that wasn't real.
This is flip flop.
Motherfuckers.
We thought it was real that they had broken up and shit. Not that we're a gossip ass podcast, but
Well, come on. It was from Complex Magazine. So, you know,
It's
Complex
big.
Magazine, fuck you.
Yeah. But this has been going on for years in terms of this rumor and whatnot.
They're supposed to have an open relationship and like sleeping with other people and shit. And
Well, whatever.
Good for them.
hating.
Good for them.
Hashtag cuckolds.
No.
I'm just saying.
Can you cuckold a black chick? Oh,
Yeah, you
Well, you can cuckold anybody, but
it's usually not the norm,
No, yeah.
but it's still
It's not the norm.
possible.
Wait.
It's like
Shout out to all our queens
yeah,
listening right now with the tattoos on titties.
Oh, man. Actually, tattoos anywhere on the ankle, on the titties.
And I be
on the
looking
calf.
every time I see a white girl. I'm like, let me check out the ankles real quick and see if she has a little necklace on. Like, damn, no.
You sit there and check out his ankles like you were fucking like some Muslim guy in Saudi Arabia.
Let me check out those ankles.
Yeah, let me see what you got over there.
But the other breakup was Miss Piggy
and Kermit.
See,
now
That's some
Miss
bullshit,
Piggy was an
dude.
asshole though.
She
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah.
I can understand why Kermit would leave that bitch.
Kermit can get famous poontang. You know that.
Yeah.
And
but still,
Katy Perry, she's probably all up on that right now.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, like they was like the first interracial couple to like come out and be like, "Oh, we gonna star in this."
Interspecies,
Yeah.
Pink and green.
Interspecies erotica.
Yeah.
And they were all about it. I mean, yeah, Kermit was kind of like, oh man, I guess, but you know, they've been at it for like what, 30 years or more,
maybe
40.
He sprayed them tadpoles all over.
He sprayed
Tadpoles all on that bacon.
all over that bacon.
I look at their like relationship as like most marriages in America.
Oh yeah.
Like, the guy is just beat down. You know what I mean? Just like mentally defeated.
He's living in fear, constant fear.
Exactly.
To kind of also play on that is with Ken and Barbie because they broke up too.
Did they?
But Ken was gay as fuck though.
Yeah, he was.
That makes sense. But
So
Barbie
hashtag cuckold. So like when Ken and Barbie were out, like Barbie was with like them NFL dolls out
She
there.
found that Jerome doll.
Yeah, she found Jerome. Oh, she found.
she was all about that G.I. Joe.
She found Daquan. She found Daquan while freaking Ken was with My Little Pony somewhere doing the brony thing. So yeah, that was it.
But I do want to hear Stitch got a motherfucking rant, y'all. So let me set this bullshit up. Stitch is talking to us about how he got a goddamn motherfucking problem with the Special Olympics.
Oh man,
What the fuck is going on?
This is all bad.
Now, here's the thing.
I like how you just keep trying to set me up to fail.
Yeah. But now here's the thing. though.
Hey, how's it feel,
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Now, last week I had to deal with all in my household hashtag Prodigy hates women.
We can start a new one so we could do a hashtag Stitch hates retards.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's his word, not mine.
There you go. So
It's not my word.
you already backpedaling. Stitch, why don't you tell us your problem with the Special Olympics, motherfucker?
All right, let me walk through this minefield very delicately.
Yeah, very delicate.
But I don't have a problem with the Special Olympics as a whole. It's just like I was out drinking or whatever. I'm hanging out at the bar or whatever. I look up at the TV and it's like I see the Special Olympics and I'm like, my whole thing is like when I'm watching the Olympics, like I want to root for some. I don't know what the guy's name is, just for him because he's from America or against him because he's from country X. Where it's the Special Olympics, it's like that because I feel like a scumbag rooting against them. So I don't even want to watch it. Like I would much rather watch a fucking Counter-Strike or Call of Duty championship on ESPN than special people and doing stuff. Now, I think they get their own platform, get nationally televised and do whatever they want to do, but it's just like, don't make me root for one Special Olympian over another, because then I feel kind of fucked up and you're putting me in a bad situation.
Then you feel special?
I feel special trying to figure out what special I want to root for.
So when did you start hating retards? That's what I want to know.
Damn.
No. I do not hate anybody. I love all people, men, women.
You love men?
Dogs. I hate cats. I hate monkeys.
He said he
Those
loves
are the only things I hate.
He said he loves men first.
Yeah,
that's great.
You did.
Damn.
Yeah. So
hold on. Let me pick this podcast up a little bit. Since we were talking about retards. I don't like using that term retards. I'll use it like when it's actually I don't even like using it when it's funny. Even though I did use it in our personal chat.
Look who's backpedaling now.
It's funny. No. But I know friends of mine with special needs kids.
Okay.
And one of them in particular, she was having problems with seizures for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And they finally got her on Charlotte's Web, which is a strain of cannabis.
Oh, okay.
So they got her on some CDB oil, and now she's not seizure free, but way seizure less.
Good.
So
Good.
I thought you were reading Charlotte's Web like the book.
Yeah.
That's
no.
That's
It's a strain of cannabis.
all right. That's
She's
that's
on
my favorite book.
She's on that loud though.
Yeah. Well, it's not even loud. It's because there's very little THC. It's mostly CDB, which is the medical. It has better medical properties than THC. I mean,
But
THC.
still smoking though.
No. You take oil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so obviously it's a kid, so you don't have kids smoking shit.
You know those kids smoking.
There's a story on YouTube of a father who had a son that since birth this kid kept having seizures.
Yeah.
And the kid was taking like 15 different kind of medicines a day, like pills, like popping all kind of pills, fucking them up. And the dad like tried using like some kind of cannabis oil, and it's slowly winging the kid away from the drugs that the doctor was prescribing. And the kid just slowly got better and better and better to the point where he was off all the fucking medications that the doctor was prescribing. And this father was so happy that he had a son that he can relate to. Like the kid was like maybe 5 or 6 the first time when he heard his son call him daddy.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's awesome.
Yeah, if only we could have like done research into that shit a long time ago.
Yeah.
Along with fucking opiates, because most people are addicted to opiates.
Yeah, but then there's a whole debate like giving your kids like cannabis oil. Yeah. Like people think, oh, you're getting your kid high, but it's not. You're not getting your kid high. Yeah, you're not getting high.
But smoke me out though, fam.
Oh man.
All right, fetishes. Go ahead. Sorry, Stitch. Go ahead.
What I was going to say before we get too far off the old comic landscape, I do that because here in Lafayette, Louisiana, we're having our first Comic-Con.
Nice.
And everything. And I've never been to one, and I know you guys are experts at them, and I know a lot of people that I'm friends with have never been to one, so they look at me because I'm sort of the nerd of the group, but I've yet to go to one myself. I'm curious on kind of what to expect and what I need to budget, because I'm a big artwork guy, and I'm curious if you guys could sort of beginners 101 guide on how to manage your first Comic-Con and how much money you should budget, what you should do, and how you should go about operating at your first Comic-Con. I know a lot of people here in my area in Lafayette, Louisiana would love to hear your guys' input and take on that, because you guys are con experts.
Let me help you first. So what you do is right when you walk in, you unzip, you take your dick out,
and you got to start the helicopter.
Black men in Louisiana can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the real deal, though. First of all, it's an awesome thing to go to a con. It's an awesome privilege. And is it a 2-day or a 3-day? Can you tell me that?
It's a weekend. It's supposed to be, I think, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wonderful. Okay, so here's the deal. You don't buy shit on shit the first day. Don't be a fucking noob, motherfucker. On Sundays when you buy shit, first day
is cheaper, right?
Yes, cheaper on Sunday. Usually. You can haggle. There's usually a little bit of a discount and whatnot. In terms of a budget, it really depends on who you are and what you like to collect. If you like comics, if you like artwork, you may want to give yourself $100 to $200, depending on your your needs and whatnot. But most importantly, make sure you take them pics, fam. You know what I mean? Pics of cosplay. Attend some panels on that shit because you learn a lot.
Yeah.
Periscope as much as you fucking can.
Yeah, you should Periscope. We tried Periscope when we were at Comic-Con. Yeah, that was crazy.
I know one thing about when I went to Anime Expo is that you want to take money with you. Don't try to go to a fucking ATM in a 1 mile radius of a fucking con because all the ATMs will be fucking tapped out.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. Don't be shy about taking pictures of anybody. Everyone in cosplay wants to have their picture taken.
Yeah.
But remember that maybe 10 to 25% will be in cosplay. It's not the majority by any stretch of the imagination. So stop a motherfucker and say, hey, I love your fucking cosplay. Male or female. And it's not gay as fuck even if it's a male and you like the goddamn cosplay. Yeah. Don't suck his dick.
Yeah. Because that would make you gay.
That would make you gay as fuck.
And if you're gay, suck his dick.
You know,
but as long as he asks you to, don't just be sucking any kind of dick.
This is devolving.
Because I always see, obviously I'm in touch with the community, so I know the etiquette about you just don't go and start grabbing on people and stuff like that. That's something
don't grab.
Just because females are dressed that way doesn't mean you need to go start grabbing them on the ass and shit like that. But what you're saying is just like just compliment them. Say, hey, I love your cosplay. I love what you're doing right now. Is it cool if I get a picture?
Yeah, basically that. It's like at the Felicia Day panel they were saying cosplay is not consent.
That's a huge thing in the community, and you have to adhere to it.
Why the fuck would ever be consent?
Yeah,
dude, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my entire life.
Here's the thing: some motherfuckers who are just perverts all the way around will touch some people. They'll see Ivy Doomkitty's sexy ass and start touching her.
Tits, ass,
which is fucked up beyond belief. And even male or female cosplay, you don't touch anybody without asking.
Yeah. See, that's the thing though. The reason why they say that is because there's a lot of females. They're wearing like revealing costumes, but like dudes are just like, oh, that's a great costume. Let me touch your titties. And actually, they don't even ask. They just grab and like, what is this here? What is this made out of?
This isn't a strip club. You can't just fucking grab shit.
They need some dudes like me just like walk around so they can report it. I can just choke some motherfuckers out.
Yeah,
that's not how you act.
They do, and let me just say this: even though that's the mantra, cosplay is not consent. I've been to probably 20, 30 plus cons. I've never seen anybody get crazy and actually touch anybody.
But I'm sure it's happened.
It has happened. I've seen it. I just want to say it's a small minority of sick fuckers that do it, and most of the time, people will grab a motherfucker and be like, what the fuck you doing, fam?
Yeah. Unfortunately, at WonderCon, I have seen, and it's by the same dude, and I don't know why they continue to let him in, but I have seen this dude cross the line, and he was with a couple other dudes that were taking pictures, and they were just trying to cop a feel, and like these young ladies, they don't know what to do. There's dudes that swooped in and like, hey, walk with us this way, get away from these groups.
And that's not white knighting. That's just being a decent human being.
Yeah.
That's not white knighting.
So unfortunately, it does happen. You probably won't see it as much, but it's usually at the bigger cons where there's like creepazoids that are there. But
that's what you need to keep in mind, and just have a fucking good time. Are you staying in a hotel, or are you driving through and leaving at the end of the day, Stitch?
Well, it's right at the Cajun Dome or whatever, which is literally a drive from me. So I plan on getting the 3-day pass, which I think it's like $30 or $40 for the 3-day pass, which is a great deal from what I'm seeing.
So that's in Bon Ton?
What?
It's a little bit more modern. It's not all the way out in New Iberia or anything like that. But, I know. I think Nicole Marie is supposed to be there. Nicole Marie.
Oh, nice. She's hella nice. She's hella nice.
Yeah,
wait, so they don't have Trap House Con out there?
Trap House.
That's in New Iberia. What was the name of that place that we're going to go to?
Brenda's,
yeah. Trap House Con.
The Trap House. Go ahead.
So, I'm going to say you need to come in with a battle plan. Pick what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Check out.
I know you were saying that you're into artists and like artwork, which they will do on the spot. Sometimes, other times there'll be artwork that they have. Find out how long they're going to be there if you want their artwork, and wait until Sunday to buy it. If not, some of them leave Saturday. They're like, hey, I'm only here Friday, Saturday. Come back to me this day. Maybe you can haggle. Just pick what you're going to do. Definitely pick up the planner and pick which panels you want to do. Plan your day. Try not to like run around with the chicken with the head cut off, because then you're going to end up missing a bunch of stuff. Plan your day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely check out the website for the event, because they have all that shit posted.
Well, sometimes like last minute, they don't have things that are fully there. Like, and sometimes they'll say guest speakers, guest whatever. Just get it there, plan out your day. And then also have like that little gap to where you can just run around and do whatever.
Yeah.
Well, really, really quickly, the other thing that will not be on the schedule is any after parties. Get with them cosplayers and be like, "Hey, fam, what the fuck you doing afterwards? Are we shooting heroin or what?"
Yeah, you got to get into that furry orgy.
Sure.
No.
Just also another tip: if you don't have one already, buy a power pack for your cell phone, because you're gonna be taking all kind of crazy pictures, and you're gonna drain. You're gonna fucking walk through that.
I learned that one the hard way.
So if you guys want a power pack for any mobile device, if you go on monoprice.com MONOprice.com, they have the best prices on pretty much any electronic fucking anything, but they have really good battery, like spare battery packs.
So how much would you say that would go?
This thing right here, which will charge my phone like 3 times over, it is. I think I got it for like maybe $30.
Okay, so I'm gonna shout out. So when we went to Comic-Con, they had the little kiosk, the fuel rods. So fuel rods was $20. You could buy it, and it comes
everywhere, though.
No, but if they do have it, look for it, because they have kiosks. You can buy it with your card, your ATM card or whatever, and you can buy it. It'll come partially charged. It'll be enough to get you through, and then if you are done with it, you can drop it back in the kiosk, and you'll get another one fully cool. At charge. So I thought that was cool. It was only $20. I had to get one at Comic-Con because we were all over the place. There was a lot of outlets, but everyone's like cramped up, like camped out over outlets. there was a lot, but there's a lot of people. So I think a fuel rod, which will probably be there. I can see them being there. If there's a kiosk there, try to invest or get one before you get there. You'll definitely need it.
You can see them being there. What's the con called?
Fucking Minority Report. You see the future.
So have fun, Stitch. Take lots of pics and
Periscope.
Plants, net slushies.
Y'all did a good job periscoping last time. So.
Thank you very much.
We
really appreciate that.
Yeah.
What are we going to get into next? Are we going to talk about that Ready Player One?
Oh, yeah. So we always talk about comics and stuff.
Hold on. So we have a list usually of what we're going to talk about. We keep like a vague, not vague, but we have a list of shit we want to talk about. And we just skip fucking everywhere. It doesn't fucking matter where the fuck it is. We always have way too many goddamn subjects we want to talk about.
I like the fact that we numbered it in order, and then we just say fuck this. We just going off.
Pretty much how it works.
Yeah. Ooh, we should just do that. Spin the wheel.
So we basically went to the last one on the fucking list.
Because I've been drinking. But Ready Player One is a book that Blue has read or reading.
I'm 3 chapters in.
Yeah. So you just started.
Yeah, I'm barely scraping the surface. So Ready Player One is a book by I wish I knew the author's name.
Jason Welsh? No. Who was that?
So I shout out to Jason Welsh. He's the one from one of my coworkers who recommended the book to me. He's like, yeah, this is a good ass book. You should check it out. I was like, damn, that sounds like a good ass book. So basically,
let's keep bullshitting.
If you've seen SOA. Sword Art Online. This is kind of like take that premises and also throw in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So basically, there's a virtual world.
Wait, pause. So the author is Ernest Cline.
Ernest Cline, yes. Thank you very much, Black Ninja.
You said Black Ninja.
Black old Ninja.
Either one.
So it's those two premises. So there's a virtual world where the creator of the virtual world has passed away, and he left an Easter egg. He left a puzzle within his virtual world that anybody who solve it get to inherit his fortune,
which is the whole entire.
So the book takes place in 2044, where the Earth is like there's no more oil, there's no resources, like it's overpopulated, so people are living like trailer parks, and the main person in the story he lives in a trailer. He lives in a trailer home, but since land is so scarce, they actually stack the trailer homes on top of each other. So he lives like on the 20th trailer park that's stacked on top of each other, and they're called the stack. So Hayward the stack. So it kind of all plays in. But like the guy who created the virtual world, he probably grew up in like based on how the story goes. He grew up in like the 70s. So he makes a lot of 80s reference, 90s reference. So Like he talks about like Atari. He talks about the Apple IIe. Like he referenced a lot of old school shit, which I think all of you guys were relate to. But it just pretty much talked about this kid life in this future world, working in the virtual world. So like one of the interesting things about the book is that the kids, like he grew up in the virtual, like when he, instead of having a babysitter, his mom plugged him into this virtual world. Like, okay, here you can go to virtual Sesame Street, basically. But what was funny is that the mom, like, there's not really an economy. Like, there's no, like, you can't really work. Everything is based in this virtual world. So the mom she does two jobs. Like in the morning or in the daytime, she works in telemarketing. But at night, she's an escort.
Oh,
yeah, right.
She's taking it deep inside.
So what's crazy is that her son's around, so she tried to put headphones on her son so he doesn't hear her doing her business at night, and the kids can still hear.
Yeah,
his headphones don't fucking work.
Yeah,
but so this kid, like he goes through. So there's a bunch of like 80s reference, and I think y'all guys would really love reading this book.
So I've heard nothing but great things about this book. I do want to read it. It's definitely on my list. I believe it's being optioned as a movie.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg.
So Spielberg is attached to direct, but there's no cast. And in fact, if you read Game Informer, there's actually an interview with Ernest Cline and his reaction of working with Steven Spielberg.
So, are you guys going to teach me how to read? Or
Yeah. There you go.
So it's like a comic book without pictures.
Yeah.
But one thing that's interesting about this book is when I actually download, I don't read fucking paper, dude. What's it, the 80s? But there's a soundtrack to this book, and the soundtrack has like everything that's referenced in the book. So like it'll have like the Darth Vader music because it's referenced in the book. It talks about like the Pac-Man music because that's referenced in the book. It talks about like Cyndi Lauper because she has like Girls Want to Have Fun, and the creator of the game mentions that stuff in his kind of diary.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a good fucking read. I think all of you guys, like when I'm reading it, I'm thinking to myself, like, I remember being a kid playing video games and trying to discover all these different things and having that awkward situations in elementary school and high school. So
you're talking about getting a boner and having to go up at the front of the class?
Wow, he went there.
Oh, he did go there.
Because that's awkward.
What's crazy about this with the book is that everything, like school, is in the virtual world, so you don't actually they don't experience that. But there's a part where before he goes into the virtual world for schooling that he has like he's like a chubby kid. He's got pimples, so he gets bullied and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's the girl that you want to talk to, but you don't know how to talk to him because you haven't built that experience yet. So it's a great fucking read.
It sounds good. I mean, Blue's the only one that's read it so far,
and I'm
read
loving
part of it, and we'll definitely keep updated with you on how that goes.
I definitely want to read it before the movie comes out.
Yeah, I want to read it too. Actually, we kind of fucked up part of the intro, like, on 2 points. One of them was the number one on our list.
Okay.
But it's fine. The second part was that we didn't explain why we had death metal on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, motherfuckers listening and don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, so, this is Cronus. I'm a huge metal fan. And Death Clock, which is a pretty dope cartoon.
Ain't no pretty dope.
Well,
You're fucking badass.
Yeah, Metalocalypse was a pretty dope cartoon that was on Adult Swim, which is the band is called Death Clock, and it's actually pretty much all made by a guy named Brendan Smalls, who I'm a huge fan of, and this is actually where we got the name of this podcast from.
Yeah.
So if you watch one of the episodes, he talks about it's actually the Duncan Hills Coffee episode.
Oh yeah.
And he's talking about drinking coffee, and he says, "I want it, blacker than black is black times infinity." And I thought
which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking dope as shit. So that's why the podcast is what it's called, and that's hence the intro. If you were expecting just fucking rap and hip hop in the intros, sorry, you racist motherfucker.
Yeah, we diverse.
We're diverse in this motherfucker.
Next week,
that's our origin story.
That's our origin story. Next week it might be jazz.
Oh.
Yeah, it might be.
It might be K-pop.
Yes, because Cronus's government name is actually after a very famous, well, sort of famous jazz musician who could play three saxophones he could play two saxophones and a flute at the same time.
God damn.
So if you find out who that is and tweet us, maybe you get nothing.
Yeah. but not the skin flute. That's a different.
Yeah, not the skin flute.
That's totally different.
The guy was cool as fuck.
All right, I'm going to quickly segue. Holy fucking shit. When we started this bullshit about hashtag white girls all
okay, wait. We did not start it. We just promoted.
We keep promoting it though, but when we started talking about it, motherfuckers doubted.
Yeah,
they didn't realize.
I think we started.
We was
no, we didn't start it. We keep spreading that gospel.
Yeah,
we started.
Seriously, there's more and more evidence every week
I think
about
I know what you want me to.
girls are the future.
Yeah, hashtag.
So it will not die.
No,
they keep surprising us.
Even Ronda Rousey is proof that white girls are the future. But but no matter what, all I gotta say is shout out to them Queen of Spades to be tweeting us all them photos.
Yeah.
All them stank monkeys.
Y'all guys definitely have opened Pandora's box.
Are we going to try to? Should we use this platform to try to reach out to a Queen of Spades if she wants to come on the podcast and talk?
Sure.
I don't know about that. That's
any Queen of Spades
let me
to holler at us. BTI.
Hold on, some of us, except for there's only one dude here.
Yeah,
that's
no. But I'm saying for the show.
I'm trying to.
You get us all in trouble, man.
It's full. I'm saying for the show. Not for me to go inside.
I'm hoping my fiance doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, my girlfriend's already mentioned like, we're going to the podcast tonight.
Yeah,
why ain't it me?
Yeah. Hey, I like sleeping in the bed. I don't want to sleep on the couch, the floor, and fucking the parking lot.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not talking about meeting up at the motel Mission San Jose.
Oh no,
bring on lube
or the Crown Plaza out in Union or in Daly City or whatever.
If you pay by the hour.
Yeah. What's them in that motel in Newark? Over by New Park Mall.
Oh, Motel 8 or something.
Oh, they tore it down, man.
Yeah, they tore it
down. No, the other one, the one that's like it's like wooden.
Oh, the Lion.
He's got him on deck like a Rolodex.
Yeah, because that one's had a lot of problem with prostitution happening up in there.
So you were bringing up White Girls of the Future because
there's a white girl. I don't know her fucking name.
I can't find it, even though I put it on the thing.
She's beatboxing like a goddamn champ. And I know
I'll fucking find it.
So
I know the girl from Sweden.
Yeah, I know some of y'all are like, no white girl can beatbox.
This chick can beatbox.
She can beatbox her fucking ass off, though.
It was dubstep beatbox, which I wasn't even ready for when you guys sent it to me. I was like,
really
blown away.
So one of my favorite YouTube channels is Epic Mealtime.
Yeah.
And there's an episode where they have this beatboxer, and he does like an EDM beatbox, and it was on point. It was like they had a huge crowd. He does actually several genres. He does rock, hip hop, EDM, and like one other one, and he beatboxed it all, and it was like on point. I don't remember the episode. I'm gonna have to find it later. I'll tweet it out.
How do you rock beatbox?
Dude, I don't even know.
They did like the fucking guitars and shit?
I don't know. It sounded amazing. That's all I know.
Wow.
Did you listen to the one that I posted? The one about with the white chick?
So also the Swedes are out there trying to do it big. So I was looking up like crip walking, and they had this group of girls from Sweden crip walking the hell out of some shit. I was like, what the hell? That future though. Like these little blonde, like 18 to 19-year-old chicks are out there just throwing it down. And I'm like, whoa. I had to rewatch it a few times. I'm like, there's no way that yep, that's them out there doing it.
So yeah, if you don't know what crib walking is, it's also the same as sea walking. And look at any Snoop Dogg video, he does a few of the little sea walk steps in there.
That's that truth though. And Serena Williams does it after she
I finally saw that. I was like, damn. She was like, look, fuck your shit.
Yeah. Which is awesome. While Protos looks for that clip and whatnot, I'm going to quickly segue, and we will come back to this bullshit. I got new fetishes, y'all.
Always okay.
So
wait. Before this,
I'm scared. I don't know where this is going.
I'm gonna preamble on this one. This fool Prodigy always has the dankest, just dirtiest fetishes that he feels that the rest of us should either have or know about. So what he does is he will find these crazy pictures. Thank God no videos.
Oh, there's videos.
Of but thank God you don't post it.
Share them.
And he be sharing it, and he's like, oh, what you know about this? And I'm like, I didn't. Or I did, and I just didn't want to see it. Either one. But this fool finds new ones usually once every couple months.
No, it's actually more frequent than that even. But here's the deal, though.
All that.
So I know y'all think, oh, these are blerds. They don't know nothing about no extra dark, nasty, evil shit. But I tell you what, motherfuckers, I love them satanic nun bitches in fucking all kind of masturbating with crucifixes.
The demon goat snatch.
Demon goat snatch tattoos, for the love of God, mi amor. Oh my God!
He almost nutted.
He went bilingual.
Yeah, he almost sprayed his.
The power of Christ compelled you.
Yeah, he almost nutted all over his mic.
So here's the
Start
thing.
spraying Latin tongue.
We've talked about how crazy pussy is good pussy. Evil pussy.
Oh no!
Oh, when it's evil,
Yeah,
and you go deep
this
inside.
one.
I've only had like 2 evil bitches, really, truly evil bitches in my life. It was so warm and so tight. I mean, it was
graphic.
It was
Working on
2-stroke
pickles.
pussy though.
2-stroke.
It was 2-stroke.
2-stroke.
2-stroke, and then Satan just popped out and said, "Nigga, you ain't got no more."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh."
You know what made me think of it? The first time I saw the Exorcist, with the part where she's jacking off the crucifix.
No,
You
she's
remember that shit?
stabbing herself.
Yeah, but she's like, "Fuck Jesus, fuck Jesus." I laughed so fucking hard at that part, and thinking about your whole nuns and shit, that made me think of that.
I like them.
This
I like them
fool
evil.
posted this picture of this like rubber like crucifix that was all black, where the end was a penis, but it's still like, it was all bad.
Go ahead, Stitch.
I feel like I should pour some liquor out for Prodigy, who's going to be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh,
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, Michigan don't listen.
yeah.
You don't even got a backyard.
Yeah, I know, huh?
I'll sleep in the ocean.
You gotta be sleeping.
That's just one of them. You forgot. You didn't
I got
mention
others.
You
I
didn't
got
mention them tentacles
Oh, I love them tentacles.
and your shit fetish.
Hentai
Shit.
forever.
Yeah, he tries to deny it, but I didn't call him. I'm like, why do you keep posting chicks covering themselves in shit?
Oh, you want to hear this beatboxing shit?
All right,
hold on,
White
here
Girls
we
on the Future. Chronos finally found it. Go ahead, motherfucker.
Play that shit.
Faces ready. Okay. Looks good, looks tight, looks hot.
Ready, all right.
Sexy.
Just stretch it out a little bit.
Stretch it out.
Y'all can't see what she's doing, but she's stretching it out, I guess.
We'll post up this video.
Shout out to a Swiss beatbox, coming from America.
It gets better, don't worry.
Lady.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know her head game is strong.
Open up your mind and realize every single time, like we got the only thing to need. We got the only thing to see it, like we got the only sound you hear, and we got, and we coming out.
Oh shit!
Anyway, we ain't gonna play the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Y'all get the gist of it.
Yeah,
Am I the only one that
tweet that out?
I kind of want to bust on her face?
Oh,
Ain't no kinda.
yeah, you know her head skills. Is
We're gonna piss off Black Twitter here talking about white girls in the future. and
we
shit.
keep doing. I think that's
So-
Prodigy's goal, is to piss off Black Twitter.
So Black Twitter does fuck with us heavy, but at the same time, we piss them off every fucking day.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
It's all good because Black Twitter is all about
They're angry for bullshit, you know. And I'm
it's
like,
all right.
I like dank memes, fam.
So what? I don't like bean pies.
Yeah, we don't. If you think that we should all like the same thing, then you're missing the fucking point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily offended.
Why don't
by
you,
Twitter.
if you really believe that, you should go back and listen to what Dr. Martin Luther King was talking about.
Yeah.
True. I
Because
mean,
he didn't say that's all segregate. So how about that shit?
yeah, from a blerd standpoint, I mean, when we had Valerie on earlier, she did not like Akira, and all of us are fans of Akira. We didn't hate on her for that.
Yeah.
She likes what she likes.
Yeah.
So just like we like what we like, and we respect her for that. She brought up some great points, and there's certain ones that we may or may not like with her. And
I don't
She
know if
has a
she
lot of
would
good points.
like my furry satanic nun.
No,
I
I
think
don't-
she would judge the shit out of me.
I
Yeah.
think she would probably be quiet and be like, I'm going to move on to the next thing.
Oh, damn.
I'm going to wait.
I'm gonna send her some eggplants.
No. So then we talked about the issues with Black Twitter briefly.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you got a rant. Chrono's got a rant.
well,
on
I talk
this.
about shit all the time that probably pisses off Black Twitter about how I don't like black colleges and shit like that.
Oh, here we go.
But it's all right though. I mean, if you guys believe in black colleges, then you can believe in that shit. But I don't.
Yeah.
So
Prodigy and the old Ninja both attended historic black universities.
yeah.
Hey man, I forgot to bring that up last week. I was about to call someone out on that, but good point bringing that up.
What were you gonna say?
Stitch, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was saying, good point on bringing that up because I know you, Prodigy, went to a HBCU.
Yeah, and there were pros and cons to it.
I think there's pros and cons to any educational institution.
Yeah, there definitely are.
I just want to say I was never accepted to a black college, but I didn't apply, so
I applied to every single HBCU and got denied by 2.
Okay.
Actually, what's funny is I think I'm the only person on this podcast that didn't go to college.
But you were a Marine.
And I never wanted to go to college. Yeah. So that was never my aspirations.
I went to junior college. I graduated from Dianza.
Okay, we almost got blown up and died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was bad.
Yeah.
We did touch up on that.
Yeah, we did touch up a little bit. But so your problem is that they're legally binded to not be segregated. Because when I went, we had like an exchange student from Japan. And I think there was one white person.
I wonder how many people try to get up in their sugar walls.
So if you were trying to go to college and you saw there was a Asian only college, would you even try to apply?
In the States?
In the States, yeah.
Depends on their curriculum. If they had like a really good curriculum,
based on the name alone.
No, based on the name, no. I researched where I was going.
Yeah, that's the problem that I have. Well, it's one of the problems that I have. Another problem is that I want to see us all together, not separate. Yeah. So we should stop it.
You got to look
it's like
at
having the black bus.
But look at Brigham Young. That's an all Mormon school. So
let's clarify though. We're talking about historically. I don't think BYU or any HBCU for that matter says, okay, you're not such and such, therefore you can't come.
I think that's illegal.
Well, that's not part of their moral code, or else you'll get kicked the fuck out.
Yeah, they do have. Yeah, I think at BYU they'll be like, "Oh, you got to be like this, and this, in order to stay here."
That's the problem. This goes back to what I just said. You can say that they won't. They're not legally obligated to kick you out because you're a certain ethnicity. However, like I just said, if there was a place that said they were historically Asian college, it's not going to attract anybody that's not Asian.
What do you mean track? What do you mean?
Attract.
As far as
attract anybody that's not Asian.
Well, it may not.
It's
people choose.
Not going to, because if you look at any historically.
But if they're
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, why don't we ask Prodigy, like, why did you personally attend an HBCU?
So, let me be honest with you. I wanted to get out of California. Get away from my house. There's no doubt about it. Have a different experience. Some of my other reasons were I had friends already attending, so I knew some people there, and it was a fun experience all the way around. Again, pros and cons,
Yeah.
But I guess I just want to point out, though, there still were people from other ethnicities that decided to go there, and which is fine.
But it's very, very few.
Yeah, it is very few. Yeah. But at the same time, I could also say at certain, like the University of Montana State is probably very, very few.
Well, so there's 2 points, right? There's very few African American people that are in that state.
True, but you can still go there from anywhere in the country. Just
like
you
that's
can
true.
For an HBCU. Yeah. And all I'm saying is,
but it's not called a historically white college.
Yeah, no,
it's just a college. But
it
is. But I guess I just want to point out for HBCUs, and it's not that I'm always defending them because I don't give money to my HBCU right now. You know what I mean? After I graduated, I was done. But I just want to point out that it was one of the few places, or the HBCUs were one of the few places that people of color could get an education. Like you literally,
way back in the day, I could definitely understand.
Yeah,
you would do
so
that.
They just continued that tradition.
But that's what I'm saying is I want to see this tradition done. Like we need to get.
Is it because people aren't applying there, or is it because they are sort of promoting themselves as not being open to Caucasians?
No, it's not that. It's what the thing that I brought up before is that Stitch, if you saw a college that said we're historically Asian, would you even consider applying?
Well, I get what you're saying, and I understand, but my whole thing is, and I obviously living in Louisiana, we have probably 2 of the most historically known with Grambling and Southern for being HBCUs and everything, and I understand like what purpose they served in history and stuff like that back in the day where like people couldn't get into the college, and I understand that and I respect that, but it's not like people are like, I don't want to shit on Grambling and Southern, but I don't know people that are like all hyped about going there, unless like they're on like a band scholarship and stuff like that. I don't see people hyped about going there and being like, oh yeah, I just want to go there because it's all black people or this or that. So I don't know if that stigma is still alive. I could be completely out of touch with
it is still alive
because I'm in the area.
So even on the couple of podcasts, it might be even the last podcast, you guys are talking about how you guys went to a historically black college. Mm-hmm. And then people were like, "Oh, you went to a white school or some shit."
Yeah, that was me.
Just because
that was me. Yeah,
fucking bullshit.
So when I went,
that's not the college's fault. That's it
wasn't the college's fault.
But that's what the colleges are going to attract, though.
So when I went to,
they don't really control. I don't know.
That's kind of different. Yeah. So this is when we're talking about #white people. So when I went to an historically black college in Atlanta, there was people from all around the country. And the black kids that were there, they all had different views on, the current state of affairs, and it was just different meeting everyone from different parts of the country because everyone had different point of views. And when I was there and people were making fun of the way I talked, they were like, "Well, you went to a white school," and it didn't register with me what that meant until I went to one of the local high schools. The high school there was all black. The high school I went to, because we did volunteer work at the high school, and it was required for freshmen to do this basically you had to do community service.
So why did the people say like, "Oh, you went to a white high school"?
Because of the way I talked. Yeah. And when I went, I didn't understand. I'm thinking that because of where we are in the Bay Area, the high schools are like here. Yeah. No, not even close. Like they had an all black high school, and it was something I had never experienced before.
That bothers me to my core because, I mean, we have fought for equal rights and for desegregation for a very long time now, and for us to self-segregate is fucking disgusting.
But let me ask you this though. Let me make sure I understand. Are you against Chinese schools and Jewish schools and Indian schools per se?
I am for integration for all of us. I am against us separating ourselves with no matter which ethnicity it is. I mean, which ethnicity it is. I don't really care. Okay. We all need to come together as a people. We're all fucking humans.
But wait. You can't learn Mandarin per se at Mount Eden High School.
That's a totally different problem.
But what I'm saying is, though, are you against the Chinese school, though, for being a Chinese school?
Sort of.
Okay, that's what I want to clarify.
Yeah. So I sort of am. The only reason why I can say that I'm less not against it is because that there's still Chinese immigrants that come over here where they still have deep roots to their culture that came from China. Mm-hmm. We do not.
We don't have African cultural roots per se.
We really don't. Most of us in America, people have probably heard that, but like, oh, fuck this dude. Fuck you. How about that? All right? You fucking go to Africa. I've been there multiple times, and if you go there, you understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because your roots are so fucking far. We have been here just as long as every white fucking person here.
Yes,
all right? True. So your fucking culture that you know, Juneteenth is like, it's a made-up holiday.
Yeah.
Like, it was made in America. That's not an African holiday.
Yeah, no, it's definitely American.
Same as Kwanzaa.
Same as Kwanzaa. These are all made-up things for American Africans, not African Americans.
But are you against the concept of a Jewish or Chinese school, though?
No. So this is the point that I'm trying to make is that technically no, only because that they haven't been integrated, especially Chinese folks. Jewish folks, I mean, it's a religious thing, so I'm not going to touch that, even though you know what I'm going to say about that.
They may not know.
Yeah, well, because I'm an atheist and I don't really give a fuck about religion.
Okay,
so
you would definitely like read,
but they still read like Hebrew and whatnot language.
Yeah,
but okay.
But as far as Chinese folks go, if you're like first or second generation Chinese, then I can totally understand why you would need that, because you need a gateway from your heritage from China into America, and I get that.
Okay,
we do not have that. Because we've been here as long as everyone. You don't see somebody you don't see a Caucasian going to a Caucasian school. It doesn't happen because they've been here long enough and this is their culture, just as this is our culture because we've been here just as long.
We're definitely American. There's no doubt about that. I wouldn't argue against that. All I'm trying to say, though, is there are a truly third, fifth, sixth generation, especially here in California.
That's way too long. After the third generation, you should have already been integrated into the American culture.
So what I'm hearing,
society.
But what I'm hearing though is you're against the Chinese school if you are third and fifth generation. That's what I want to clarify.
I don't think I think putting it like he's against it sounds too negative.
Yeah.
He just maybe doesn't see the concept of it.
Yeah,
like with Asians,
I don't find the use of it.
Okay.
With the Asian schools and like the Jewish schools, I think that's more like learning about your culture. It's not necessarily like only Asian people can go here. Like I think it's more of that point of view.
Here's one of my points. Speak to me in a native African dialect right now.
I can't.
And nobody from African school or historically black colleges really can. You might have learned Swahili a little bit, especially if you're an athlete. If you're an athlete, you definitely did.
You can take Swahili. You can take
it as a language, but you can take it as a language at any state, a lot of state schools.
But that doesn't help you at all in America.
No. Nowhere in America does it. What I want to clarify, though, is, and we've touched on this for a while, but with HBCUs, they do tell.
I got to get that fucking thing down. The acronym
HBCU.
I just say
historically black colleges. Yeah,
I spell it out.
With HBCUs, they definitely don't discriminate. We're all on the same page with that. But they do,
unless it's Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, exactly. But fuck that bitch. But what they try to do though is tell a uniquely African American cultural. I guess competency, or you have a cultural experience that is unique to African Americans for the most part, and there are some parallels that you can make with Jewish schools and Chinese schools for, let's say, someone who's third, fourth generation or fifth generation or been here for a fucking long time. Yeah. Is all I'm trying to point out. But you could be. But here's the thing: I'm not trying to convince Kronos at all or anybody to like HBCUs.
It's the argument. I get it. Yeah,
Nobody has a gun to anybody's head. If you don't want to go there, you don't have to fucking go there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, my thing was, I got a different kind of perspective from it because when I was going, they were all about the collegiate experience and trying to better yourself, make yourself a product of society. Knowledge thyself type thing, and then they were all about becoming a better human, basically, just gaining knowledge and things like that. They really didn't. I mean, they did touch upon their history as the college that I attended to, but they were really about like we're going to get you ready for the workforce type thing. Like these are the things that you need to do, and I think it's more of a gateway for young African Americans to go to because they're not seeing.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
What is that? Background.
What is that?
Who is that?
Is that the same beatbox feed?
Oh nope.
All right. Anyway, while that's going, I mean, let us know where you went to where you went to school. What you think? We want feedback on Twitter.
Yeah, I think another part of it is that I'm very against college in general.
Okay,
I think that's another side of it.
That's fair.
That's another side of it.
Yeah, college isn't for everyone,
and it truly isn't for everyone. And some people who need to recognize early on at a young age that it ain't for them. I remember when we were in high school and you were talking to me about going to the Marines, and I was like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
That sounds hard as fuck.
I knew what I wanted to do since I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And I stuck with it, and that's what I attribute most of my success in life with.
Speaking of which, Kronos is in the IT field, and drum roll please, did you watch Mr. Motherfucking Robot, motherfucker? No. Motherfucking
Wait. Before we segue, I just want to say, like, if I was going to a black school and there was an Asian girl that went there, or a white girl, or a Mexican girl, the first thing I'm going to think is like, oh, this girl likes that black dick. I've been trying to shout at her all fucking day.
It was funny because the foreign exchange student, she spoke very, very little English, and she always had a contingent of people around her, and one of which was I think an advisor or a professor. Oh no, he was a professor.
He was in that.
It's too buku.
Yeah.
So a lot of the professors. So the professors, when I went, our English professor was white.
Yeah,
and
there was plenty of white teachers.
Yeah, there was like half and half. Half were white, half were black, and they were like, you are going to do this work. If you do not do this work just because you're black and at a black school, you doesn't mean you're going to pass. So,
but that should be anywhere though. I mean, if you go anywhere and you don't do the work,
some of the kids didn't have that. They're like, oh, I'm gonna go to a black school. It's gonna be easy because I'm black. Because they're gonna give me no.
Well,
you got to bust your ass.
When I took Black History,
that's
when I took Black History, like of all my classes, I got like A's and B's in, but Black History, I got fucking D in that shit.
I was about to say the same thing. I got my first D in college in history of minorities.
I busted my ass.
But with African American history, like that class was fucking hard as fuck.
Yes,
we had like 5 different books. We had to read the book Roots. We had to watch the movie Roots. We had to read fucking book.
Oh, did you watch? Did you read Before the Mayflower?
Yeah,
that was a book. Yeah, we had that for a year. I still have that book.
So
we had to write like 4 term papers.
You guys are explaining things are the reason why I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
Like none of that shit has to do with me in my career.
No, not at all.
No, but I mean,
Mr. Robot does.
Yeah.
You gotta watch that show.
So today is Wednesday, and the episode is tonight.
Episode 6 comes out tonight.
It's 6 or 7. Is it 6?
Let me rewind real quick because what I just said might have sounded kind of fucked up. So if you want to learn about your heritage, learn about it.
Yeah,
all right?
Of course.
I would go to college or any education to better my career.
Maybe community college.
Yeah, if I have to learn about something and you show me something that I don't want to know, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like my career, I focused on certain, like it's basically like a triangle. Like it started off as like a general knowledge, and then I focus on certain things. If it's not something I want to know about, then why the fuck am I learning it?
Yeah.
Like if I'm a historian,
my whole thing with going to college, it was more of a social experience, and like going from living out in the West Coast, going to East, and living in New Jersey, it was a big cultural experience. I enjoyed it for what I got out of it.
Yeah.
So I think college does give a little bit of people for people like that live in like small towns that aren't around like people of different races, different cultures and everything. I think sometimes where we grew up in the Bay Area where we're around people with different religions, cultures, and stuff like that. I think college sometimes that gives them that their first opportunity to experience that. So I won't shit on college for giving them that, but I do understand what you're saying in terms of like a career. Like if you know what you're going to want to do go do that shit. You don't need college.
So basically college is the place where white girls can get their first BBC.
I had their first lesbian.
Hashtag Queen
they can get both.
That's how.
Get menage a trois.
Oh yeah, what's that? Higher learning. Yeah, well, Chrissy Swanson. She basically did both of that.
I mean, because let's be honest. What's better than one chick? Two chicks.
Menage 4. Shit.
All right, goddamn.
I guess it depends on the storyline, though.
What the fuck?
Because if
he's talking about some lesbian,
you got something awful. What happened to you, Danny?
No,
show us on the bear where they fucking pegged you.
Dropping more government names. God damn,
Kronos is using nothing but
government names.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you
owe us $20.
I do.
If you got 2 females,
I'll pay it. I don't care.
And they're expecting you to please them, then that's when the shit's all bad. But if you have 2 females that are there to please you, then that's when it's all good.
Well, no, the other way, you could please both of them.
Yeah.
See?
That just means you're not creative enough, bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Well, you only got one dick.
I want to make sure we do hit on a topic before we start going a little bit too long or whatever in terms of gaming.
That's too much work.
With this whole performance-enhancing drug type thing that they got going on.
All right. Let's get into this really quickly. Go ahead, Stitch. Set us up.
Well, I saw online or something like that, I guess, with I don't know if it's MLG or some sort of other professional type gaming organization where they're start to, I guess, drug test enhancing type drugs. I assume they're mainly looking for, I guess, Adderall or stuff that helps you helps you focus better than the average person and everything. So I'm curious to get other people's thoughts on that, especially everyone in the cast.
Sure. So I'll start because I used to actually sort of professionally game. I was 15th in the world at StarCraft at one point. I was pretty good at StarCraft. And I was in a bunch of tournaments for fighting games. I was in tournaments for other fucking games too. I played Unreal for a long time, and I was fucking really good at it until I got fucking old and joined the Marine Corps. But yeah, so if y'all didn't know, Adderall is basically fucking speed.
Yeah,
all right,
legal speed.
Yeah, and so when I was younger, I didn't really need any kind of performance enhancing anything because I was fucking young. You know, my shit was twitching right. I was fucking good. But once you get older and you don't game as much, I think that's where the problem sets in, right? So once I got a little bit older and I wasn't gaming as much, I wasn't like performance enhancing per se. However, energy drinks, caffeine, and like Stacker 2, which back then that would have been performance enhancing because it was a fan.
A few
which
blue
is a stimulant.
pills. A few blue pills.
Yeah,
to help
it was a
you get
stimulant. And back then it was legal for a while, but now it's not. But yeah, it was definitely performance enhancing, and I would fuck people up because I could think faster. Even now, I'm on nootropics, and it helps me think faster. But that's all legal shit. Yeah. So yeah.
Do you feel though that they should be getting into that whole side of the argument with it, or
yes,
regulating it?
Yes, because it's definitely an advantage. If I can think faster than you, that's the whole game. Is thinking faster than somebody else
and moving.
Faster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I definitely think that anything that gives you an edge, especially competitively, because you're getting paid.
Yeah.
So if you win, you're getting money. So anything that gives you an edge in a professional environment should be monitored or tested for. Either everybody does it or nobody does it.
Well, so this is the problem that comes into play. Is everybody doing it? If they are, then is it really a problem?
Yeah.
Because according to what I've heard from professional gamers, they're all doing Adderall.
Something.
Yeah. Which is speed, basically.
Well, what if someone wants to play with us? What would it be our gamer tags?
Okay, so I am Cronus1. KR0NUS1 on PSN. I don't play on X. Well, I play on Xbox a little bit. Same gamer tag.
Yeah. So mine is the old ninjas is the original dog. The original, and then dog is spelled DAWG. I'm on Xbox One. On PSN, it is the _ original dog. Still spelled the same way.
Stitch, get in here. What's your game?
My gamer tag is Kanye 510 West on PSN, and even though Kronos has the highest trophy count, I have the most platinums.
Oh, that's
wait. Why did you even say that? How many do you got?
He's got like 6, right?
How many you got? You got 6?
Oh shit! Did I just false advertise myself?
No, man.
I got 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I got
that'll fall soon. Thanks. Let me know you get to 3,000 overall. Okay, but I'll get your platinums too.
Oh.
So it's your boy Blue here. My gamer tag is TEK12X. So that's Tech12X. And that's both Xbox and PlayStation for the ladies.
Oh,
the ladies on because the bitches on the goddamn Xbox.
This bastard ass.
All right, and then
I'm kidding, ladies.
You know Prodigy's on that Silk Dog. Silky for the panties. Silk Dog, SILKDOG, only on PSN, and fuck your feelings. I'm gonna segue, motherfuckers. China.
Oh shit.
China with 1.39 or 35
billion. That's 1,000 million, bitches.
Yeah, billion with a B, motherfuckers. Finally said, okay, we will allow consoles legally. Now I know some of y'all motherfuckers are like, well, China was allowing that before, underground, blah blah blah. No. Y'all don't understand motherfucking mathematics. This is 1.3
or China.
Yeah, or China. This is 1.3 billion people. This is the government legally saying, hey, Sony, hey, Nintendo, hey, Microsoft, it's free game. Any of these motherfucking hundreds of millions of people can buy into it. I think this is huge.
This is huge. This is like open field. They're gonna try to milk this as hard as they can.
Well, why were they gonna block and begin with?
Because they don't trust the West.
And their official tagline was some bullshit about how it's addictive and bad for kids or some horse shit.
They trust our money though.
Yeah,
you know what's bad for kids? Fucking smog. Yeah. How about that shit? Yeah. Stop having 2-stroke motors and shit like that.
Yeah. Are having your fucking kids work at Apple?
Yeah, no shit.
Fucking phones and
jumping off buildings and shit.
Yeah. Shit. But this is big as fuck to me. I mean, hundreds of millions of new motherfucking players are going to be calling you a fag ass nigga.
It's potentially, right? Yeah, no shit. They got to say it in fucking Mandarin and shit. Mandarin Cantonese.
I wonder how you say the N-word in Mandarin.
Yeah, I think
Cantonese.
The part that nobody's really thinking about, though, is that how many folks in China can afford
That's true.
consoles, and how many folks can afford the internet.
Yeah.
True. There are hundreds of millions of people that will not be able to benefit from this. There's no doubt about it. But I think that there are still, because of the population, quite a few, with a growing population and whatnot, or not a growing population, a growing middle class per se.
Yeah.
A lot of motherfuckers, millions of people that will be online playing.
Well, I think if you look at it this way, like when the original Nintendo came out, not everybody had it in their household.
Yeah.
And like those who did have it, it was like, oh shit, I'm going to his house to go play his Nintendo.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is how they're going to stop making shoes to play games.
See, I want to know is if these big companies are going to try to lower the price so that more units can get sold.
Yep.
You know what? I'm pretty sure we're gonna see if a bunch of like knockoff PlayStations coming out. Yeah. Oh, get the Playbox. Playbox 4.
I see this as like this huge opportunity for them to push all their other products using consoles, and then like them trying to hack their way into China.
Well, what they should do is make their own fucking games.
Yeah, of course.
Oh man,
they got cheap labor, right? So fucking why not?
Dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Damn near slave labor, if not that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a huge development. We'll see how that continues to go. You know what I mean? Internationally.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So we should segue into Gamescom.
No, well, okay. So let's do this. We'll get your take, Old Ninja, on GameCon really quickly, and then we're going to do the final tour wrap-up. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So GamesCon's got some stuff that's coming out. Like, where the fuck did Halo Wars 2 come from? Like, what the fuck? No one gave a shit about that game first, but yet they announced that shit, and I'm just like, whatever. I do want to... Quantum Break with like this photorealistic like graphics looks really good. That crazy like time-bending shit looks pretty interesting. With the full cast too, with like you guys seen Fringe, dude who played Broyles, him and Sean, guy who played Iceman, the guy who played Iceman, Sean Ashmore, and there's a couple other actors in the game. It looks pretty interesting, looks pretty tight.
I saw they announced the chat pad, and I was like, okay,
the
PS3 and 4 has had that for a long time.
Yeah, but the Xbox 360 had it too.
Yeah, so what the fuck took them so long to put on the fucking Xbox One?
I don't know. Well, because like so Prodigy was pointing out that with Windows 10, the Xbox One will be able to use keyboard and mouse. So I'm assuming they're going to use that for Halo Wars 2.
If they really do that and do it well, then
it'll only be for certain games like RTSs, like Halo Wars 2. And
it won't be just for it can't be for only certain games.
Yeah, if
it's only for certain games, then it's fucking stupid. And if they do it for all the games, then it's fucking stupid.
It won't be for all the
because people
games.
are going to get fucked up. Like really bad.
It will not be for all. I mean, technically, I was using a USB keyboard for my.
But those are awful, though.
Well, I wasn't using it for gameplay. I was using it to like send messages.
Because there's like a huge delay.
Yeah, you couldn't use it, but you could use it to like send text and do some.
Hold on, let me rewind. When I say that keyboard and mouse are awful, it's awful on a console because they do like this weird fucking emulation bullshit.
Yeah.
And there's a huge delay because I've tried like 3 or maybe even 4 fucking different things, which includes the frag effects on my PS3, and they're all fucking awful. Like they just simulated the controller, and it was never right.
Yeah. Okay. So there's some games like Mafia 3 that are coming out. There's a lot of big games. They're still announcing stuff as we go. So
yeah, that's good.
There's going to be some cool stuff. Battlefront. They're showing the flight simulation
with
stuff.
The X-Wings.
Yeah, with that.
That was fucking dope.
With the Millennium Falcon as well. So they showed more today.
Okay.
So
I'm hype about that.
Everyone's been talking about this. Everyone can't wait. I think this will be just like the movie, a big seller. Yeah. Shots fired, Stitch.
Nah.
Goddamn.
So
it's all good.
I think in the next podcast we should probably talk about Microsoft releasing Windows 10 for free.
Yeah. So actually, I'm on that list as well. So I have Windows 7 on this main box, and I saw they're going to give it for free. So I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" So I'm waiting for the email back. I mean, I emailed them. They saw that I'm on the list, so I know I'm on the list.
You probably want to wait though, because there's a bunch of. I think there was a bunch of hacks that came out. That
there's always going to be hacks.
Yeah. So it's for every fucking.
Yeah, every iteration of Windows has some kind of weird exploit.
Let me get Stitch in here. Stitch, what are you playing, enjoying, fucking with this week?
This week, I was talking to one of my boys, and he was got me hyped up to get back on Elder Scrolls and everything. He was telling me about the whole player verse player.
How far are you in
aspect
Batman?
that they got going on. So I want to get in on that.
Wait, fuck all that shit.
Other than that,
where are you in?
What do you say?
Where are you on Arkham Knight? Because you keep talking about this.
No, I'm
shit.
I'm on Arkham Knight. I'm running around. I'm doing some stuff. I was playing around the Batmobile, riding up walls, doing that whole Riddler challenge type stuff. So I'm gonna knock out some trophies on that. I don't think I'll platinum that, but I'm making my way on Arkham Knight.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, it's a great fun game. I'm jealous as a Marvel fanboy. Oh. I'm jealous that I cannot get a Spider-Man version of how they're doing Batman.
No, so back in the day they had
Shattered Dimensions.
No, but even before that, like one of the first Spider-Mans that was like good. It was on like the
Ultimate Spider-Man. I had that on the Xbox.
It was like
that was actually pretty good.
Where you could like swing around on the web.
Yeah, that was Ultimate Spider-Man. I still have that.
That was like the first open world game, pretty much.
It was great. You could web sling and everything, but I mean, I just want something new, and I just feel I can admit I'm jealous of how Batman's getting
Batman's
rocking it out, and Spider-Man's kind of getting the leftovers.
Rockstar's got to get on that shit.
I'm going to I'll be down in New Orleans this weekend. I got a friend's birthday, Ryan or whatever. He tweets the podcast. He's a good fan and everything like that. So we're supposed to go down to New Orleans and do some karaoke, where we need to have a discussion one week about proper karaoke etiquette and techniques. And
so we actually go karaokeing in a place in the city. It's called the Playground. And it's a Korean place.
Oh man,
it's
in
fun as fuck.
Koreatown.
Yeah. It was in Japantown.
Whatever. Each one's different.
There's not enough Koreans to have a Korean town.
Thanks, Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, shit, took half of them. Goddammit.
Damn.
Anyway, go ahead, Sid. What else you doing? Shout out to anything else?
Other than that, I'm just mainly chilling or whatever, just doing my thing. Weather's hot as fuck down here. I've been seeing people out west complain about the weather, but it literally, it's about like 97 degrees, not counting humidity.
God,
it hurts. Balls are sweaty as fuck.
Oh, bat wings,
chocolate salty balls.
Oh, damn. Blue, get on the ones and twos. What you got going for this week? What you want to shout out?
Oh shit! So I'm gonna keep reading that.
Hold on, Blue. Blue can drink again.
Oh yeah, it's official.
Drink. Blue can drink again.
Keep drinking.
Yeah, so I got to build up my tolerance. So this weekend I'm actually going to Outside Land in San Francisco.
Nice.
So my fiance and I were doing that. The sweetness. So we're going to be doing that for 3 days, and I've got to keep reading the Ready Player One. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the character in the book talks about religion, and I think y'all guys will all relate with that. Like, so you definitely have to pick that up just because of that premise. But I'm going to try to read your Deathstroke comic that I want to borrow from you. That. I got to read that. I got to read the project. What is it called?
Manhattan
Project. I gotta read that.
That's really good.
I gotta watch Blood Sea. I gotta catch up on that.
Oh, and also
we never talked about the Animaniacs.
Oh shit, we didn't.
No,
we
have to wait till next time.
We gotta do next time. But yeah, man, my plate's full.
It holds up well.
Yeah.
All right, Kronos.
Hello, nurse.
Yeah. So first of all, I waited a long time to do this, but I finally have beer on tap in my house.
Yeah.
So I'm making my own beer.
Tell about those pint glasses.
Yeah. Yeah. So Stitch sent us
video feed stopped.
Fuck, I can't show it. He sent us 4 glasses from Abita Beer, and we're drinking out of those glasses today. And we're drinking the Denogonizer from Drinks Brewery out of them because I don't have Abita Beer. I can't get a fucking keg of Abita Beer here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the Purple Haze glass because I love fucking Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got Wrought Iron IPA glass. Thank you, Stitch.
And I got a beat off. No. Yeah, the beat off glass.
Old Ninja don't drink.
I don't.
But the other one was shit. What was it called?
Doesn't mean I don't want the glass.
Yeah, we'll
you can still get the glass.
Glad to stay here.
Shout out to Stitch on that.
That was one of the greatest ideas I ever had, was to get a kegerator and make my own beer. And so my beer is brewing right now, or it's fermenting. It's almost done. But I decided to go out and buy a keg for the Rousey fight.
Yeah.
And we're still drinking on it. So it's great. I'm looking forward to picking up some comics tomorrow, playing some games. These are my days off, so I'm going to fucking relax.
Nice.
Oh, and next week, one of my best friends comes out.
Is this Tim?
Yeah, Tim's coming out.
Oh shit!
So,
Tim is good people.
Yeah,
is he?
Him and his whole family. So.
Are we gonna do a podcast?
Oh well, I don't know because he comes out on Thursday.
Okay. We can do a Thursday show.
Yeah, we can do a Thursday show.
Yeah,
we'll do a special.
All right,
Yeah,
old Ninja, what you got?
So I'm planning on seeing. I haven't seen Mission Impossible 3.
Oh, I saw it. Fucking good, dude.
I'm gonna see it on Sunday.
it.
I'm waiting for my cousin because he's got all mad because I was about to go see it on Monday. He's like, "No, wait for me."
That Marcus's bitch ass.
Yeah, it's my cousin Marcus.
that motherfucker.
I'm actually planning.
Fuck you, Marcus.
Yeah, I plan on seeing Fantastic Four this weekend.
Okay.
So probably on Monday, so I can give my thoughts.
Hey, quick,
on the
wait,
show,
stop right there.
on the movie.
So I saw the billboard for the Fantastic Four, and the thing does not have pants on.
Yes.
And the fucking cardboard cutout.
I brought this up a while ago.
Yeah, he brought it up. He said,
and then I saw the notice bring up, "Where's the thing's dick at?" I'm like, "Bitch, I brought this up like weeks ago."
Well, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow, sorry,
Chris Hardwick, fuck you.
Yeah, no, you're a cool ass motherfucker.
No, we do love you. We do.
Hey,
love
Black and Black on the Nerds Network.
Cut the balls too. Cut the balls.
Slurping on it.
But yeah, I 100%ed Arkham Knight, so that was cool.
Wait, you got all the trophies?
Since
Then it's not 100%.
No, I 100%ed the
100%.
campaign
Yeah, all right,
and
all right.
its achievements
So
on the Xbox.
You haven't seen the special ending then?
I'm pretty sure I did.
No.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw it on YouTube.
No, I actually like
throwing shade.
Yeah, no.
I just want to throw this out there.
No. So the thing is, I guess you have to initiate that ending. So if you didn't 100% it, you don't get it.
Yeah, you don't get it unless you get 100%.
Yeah, so I 100% it.
All the
and I got it.
riddles.
Yeah, I did everything. Everything was done. I told
So
you the last one. Before I did the last mission, I completed all the riddles.
Do not spoil because I haven't seen it yet.
And I beat the shit out of Riddler before I started the last mission. So yeah.
No, you couldn't have.
No, you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You can't beat the shit out of Riddler until you get all the trophies.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did all the trophies, then went to beat the shit out of the Riddler.
That's not what you said, though.
Oh, well, I beat the shit out of him, and then did the final mission.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay,
Anyway.
then. If you beat Riddler, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I beat the Riddler, and then I went on to the final
Him
mission.
and his giant mech.
So I picked up Dying Light today.
Ooh. I got it, too, and I still haven't
Dude, we
played
gotta
it
get
over.
on that.
Yeah.
Seriously, we could do
too many games.
So literally, I picked up a friend of mine bought it for me because Target fucked up, mistagged it as $20. So when we rang it in, it was like $50. I'm like, hey, this is 20, and our dude's like, all right, we'll sell it to you for 20. So
Did a lady friend get it for you?
No.
Oh, then you're gay. All right.
Damn, hella shade. Yeah. So like, yeah, my boy bought it for me so we could like smash on it together. So I literally bought it, dropped it off. No, I did not say that. Goddamn.
I'm fine with you now.
Yeah, hella gay, hella shade. Anyway, so I bought the game.
Gay.
Yeah, I bought the game, dropped it off, and came here.
We don't have any problem with gay people. I just
Yeah,
want to
you
get
don't.
that out.
No,
Yeah, so,
really don't.
Yeah. So
if he really was gay, it wouldn't bother me at all. Yeah.
So,
Our family is gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway,
gays.
I plan on seeing Mission Impossible, Fantastic Four, playing some Dying Light, and I'm trying to finish the Star Wars Legacy. So I'm gonna get the site from Kronos when we're done, and then I was this close from buying East to West, but apparently the next volume comes out this month because it's only on 2.
Well, trade paperback is probably more like October.
Yeah, it says a month. It says monthly. Shit. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait before I read it all.
Let me also cry real quick because Saga is gonna be on hiatus for a while.
Yeah,
I'm fucking sad.
But, I saw that. It was a shout out again to Elusive Comics down in Santa Clara. They had it all there when I went there today.
Yeah.
So
Fiona Staples and who's the other guy?
Is that Vaughn?
Brian K. Vaughan. Yeah. So have fun on your vacation, I guess.
Yeah.
Write some more shit. However, We Stand on Guard is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's
so far,
awesome.
and there's a new one out today.
Cthulhu's motherfucking Prodigy. I am finding new fetishes online every motherfucking day.
This motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm sending all kind of purple eggplants out there.
You gotta get to that Futanari part, and you can be like,
no! He's already been there.
Yeah.
He's already been there.
Yeah.
I've already seen way
Can't
too
come
much.
back.
Yeah, Mr. Robot is deep in my life.
Tonight.
I love that fucking shit. I'm definitely gonna get caught up. I want to get Kronos' opinion on this shit.
Gotta watch that show, man.
For next week.
I gotta have time, man.
This show's twisted.
And fucking Stitch's opinion on that. I'm trying to get caught up on my anime a little bit this weekend. Triage X and Terraform Mars.
Gotta watch that Blood Sea too.
And Blood Sea, man. There's
God
so
damn.
much good fucking anime out there, and I'm all the way up on Image and trying to read even more Deathstroke. You know what I mean? But shout out to us on Twitter as much as fucking possible. Be than TI. We do tweet back. We do send them dick pics and eggplants.
And we give shout outs and we have people on.
We have guests.
So thank you for everyone fucking listening. I appreciate
we hit
every
500 on Twitter.
Yeah, man.
500 plus.
And Facebook.
Make sure we give Valerie a shout out. ValerieComplex, who was our guest earlier in the podcast.
Thank you.
So much love for her coming out.
Yeah, exactly. What we going with the outro music?
Well, let's do a quick little wrap up. Like, make sure like people know where they can find us at. All we talk about is Twitter, so they can find us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube.
Well, let me step on that. You need to subscribe.
Yeah.
If you like 1 or 2 episodes, fuck your feelings. Listen to all of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Subscribe, rate, review, and if you even want to send us some fucking hate mail, we might read that shit on the air. We're still a men of our word on that bullshit.
Yeah, and we record every Wednesday night, so a lot of our stuff get posted that Wednesday, and our YouTube videos usually post by Friday. So if you subscribe on YouTube, if you're listening to us now on SoundCloud, you also can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Stitcher. Yep. You can find us on Player FM. You can subscribe for us on. You can subscribe with us on there. So SoundCloud's not the only place you can hear us at.
Yeah, I think iTunes is probably one of the easiest.
Yeah, iTunes very easy to listen to us.
Yeah, and we'll give some.
Thanks to Blanca for shouting us out on our Facebook, giving us a nice little interaction.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
And I guess we'll give some random city shout outs right now because I like when people that I don't know listen to us.
Yeah.
Especially when they're
I love that too.
Yeah, from like across the world. So Caracas, Venezuela.
Oh shit, that's new.
Whoever the fuck listen to us from there. Thank you. Whoever's in I'm gonna fuck up this name. Pasig in the Philippines. Thanks for listening. Philippines fucking listener. Somebody's from Zurich, Switzerland. Listen to as well. We still got those folks from fucking Canada that are listening.
Canadian.
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Actually, one of the Canadian dudes, he tweeted to us.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he tweeted to us like a couple days ago.
Shit, I might have missed it. All right, I did miss it. And then there's somebody from Belgium, from Huey.
I don't know where the fuck that is.
Belgium.
I don't know where the fuck that is, but shout out to you.
Yeah, but thanks for listening. Thank you very much.
Keep listening, keep downloading. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your auntie, tell your baby's mamas. Let them all know.
And tell them Queen of Spades we'll be there in a hurry.
Tell your white girl friends.
All right. What we got on that outro? Chronos.
We're gonna go back to some more death metal.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Fuck your feelings.
Fuck your feelings. Yeah.
Spraying eggplants. Turn that volume up. I hear it a little bit.
There we go.
There we go.
Eggplants and honey pots.
Honey pots. Eggplant. Thank y'all. One love.
All right.